Good evening, everyone, and thank you for tuning in to the Conroe ISD Moorhead Stadium stream here on YouTube. I'm Jackson Cochran, and I'll be your voice for tonight's Week 9 district matchup between the Caney Creek Panthers, who are hosting the Conroe Tigers. And we're coming to you live at Moorhead Stadium here in the beautiful Conroe, Texas. Joining me in the booth tonight is Mr. Wesley Turner. Big Wes, how's it going tonight?
It's going pretty good, man, feeling really good.
Well, I'm sorry, Wes, we'll get you situated in a second. But let me see. Go ahead and start talking in the mic a little bit more.
All right, mic check.
I'm not seeing anything. We'll get you taken care of. Well, Wes, just give me a second. We'll get Wes back up here. But just wanted to say that the Panthers are coming off of a big win last week against New Caney, and the Tigers have secured themselves a playoff spot this season. Just we're going to try to get some of these technical difficulties caught back up, and we'll see about getting Wes here. But one of the big things that I was trying to go over before we had this slight hiccup, just wanted to know what your thoughts were coming into tonight's game. But let me but I'm just going to ask you this quick question and just ask you, what do you think is going on? What do you like going into tonight's game from these two teams?
Well, I think after Conroe's big loss that they had against Willis, I feel like this is a really good bounce-back game almost for them to be able to just get their footing again, for them to just be able to get in the groove of things again after taking such a hard loss. And actually, Caney Creek coming off of a big win, it's really two different storylines almost going into this game. Two completely different teams. Like you said, Conroe, they have already clinched a playoff spot no matter what happens through the rest of the season, but that doesn't mean that they're just going to coast. That means that they're going to try every single game to win, because they want to have the best spot to be second in the district, or maybe even win district, depending on what happens with Willis. And they do play the Woodlands next week at this stadium here, which we will be streaming that game. And that'll be the game that most likely determines who will be second in the district and who gets that better playoff seeding.
Well, that's a good thing to bring to our attention, Wes. And, well, I know that we're going to be coming up on our sponsorships just shortly, but what else have you seen from this Caney Creek Panthers throughout the season that you've liked, and what do you think that they could do to make it more of a competitive game against the Tigers tonight?
I think really what they need to do to be competitive is really to stop the run, stop the rushing attack of Conroe with Nunley and Green, because both teams are very much a run-first offense. I do like DeMarcus Williams and Caney Creek's rushing attack. 1,700 yards rushing on the season, very much one of the old-school offenses, run-oriented. Like you were saying, a wishbone formation or a Y-bone formation, almost something that we would see out of almost an Army or a Navy. One of the old military schools with their run-heavy offense don't usually pass a lot, which, give or take, it could really either make or break your season. If you can get the run going, then you're unstoppable. But if you can't, then they already have you figured out, because you can't pass the ball very well.
Really do appreciate that input, Wes. Well, I know that we are about 30 seconds out to our sponsors, and we do apologize for a couple of the technical difficulties that we have been experiencing up here. Once we get those resolved, hopefully before kickoff happens, we'll be able to give you a little bit more insight of what's going on with tonight's game. But just bear with us for about 10 seconds. And
Since 1965, the team at Buckaloo Chevrolet has been working hard to deliver a better car buying experience to every customer. If you're looking for a better selection and a better car buying experience, head to Buckaloo Chevrolet. We promise no hassle, no haggle buying, and we never add things to our price you don't ask for. The price you see is the price you pay at Buckaloo Chevrolet on I-45 in Conroe, or shop BuckalooChevrolet.com. Together, let's drive. And remember,
it's a better buy at Buckaloo.
Our orthopedic care is shaped around you. And you. And you. Because customizing treatments and using breakthrough techniques is how your comeback starts. Like 3D printing for ultra-precise joint replacements and providing the same specialty care as we do for the Houston Rockets. So you return sooner, stronger, better. This is orthopedic care designed for you. Memorial Hermann, advancing health, personalizing care.
Shopping for a new or used vehicle? Or just looking for a place for good, reliable service? Go with the name you know. Gullo Ford, Gullo Mazda, and Gullo Toyota. The Gullo family has been serving the Conroe Woodlands area since 1970. So the next time you're shopping for a new or used vehicle or just need service, do yourself a favor and go see Gullo Toyota, Gullo Mazda, and Gullo Ford. Or log on anytime at GulloAuto.com. Gullo, let's drive.
Woodforest National Bank, where convenience meets community. With over 30 branch locations in and around Montgomery County, we're always close by to help you with your banking needs. But we're more than just a bank. We're proud supporters of our local community, dedicated to making Montgomery County a better place to live and work. Experience the difference at Woodforest National Bank. Convenient, caring, and committed to you.
Well, thank you again to our sponsors that are able to allow us to continue to bring you these amazing games here on YouTube throughout the season. And while we have you here, just wanted to give you a quick reminder that if you actually go onto whether it's your tablet, your smartphone, your smart TV, if you click that button on our Conroe ISD Moorhead Stadium stream, you click that subscribe button, and to the right of it, there's that little bell. If you click that bell, it will remind you anytime that we're coming live here at Moorhead Stadium throughout the season, next season, and so forth throughout the years to come. And just wanted to let you know that without you, our viewers, we are just simple people just bringing you some broadcast on YouTube, but we want to do this for the community and keep you well informed, and we appreciate the views and the likes and the subscriptions. And well, I know that we're just moments away from the teams coming out of their locker rooms. We know that Caney Creek is going to be coming from the north end zone. I do see that they have their inflatable up, and if you could see that it is here at the stadium tonight, a lot of the drill team and cheerleaders, they're all wearing their pink. It's their pink out game here at Moorhead Stadium. And the same thing on the opposite sideline with Conroe on the visitor side. They are also going to be wearing their pink out as well. Just a reminder that we are still in October, which is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Most likely anybody that you know has been impacted by this horrible thing that is breast cancer, and just want to be there for supporting whoever you may know any way, shape, or form, that if they're either in recovery, battling it right now, just want to make sure that you are not in this alone, and we are there to support you any way, shape, or form. I do see that the teams are about to be coming out of their locker rooms, but Wes, hate to do this to you, man. Trying to go into a little bit more impact of what's going on tonight here at the stadium. I know that we were talking about the run game from Caney Creek. We have not really got a chance to focus a little bit on Conroe. We did a little bit in the pre-show, but another thing dealing with Conroe, they have some of the two best tacklers that are on defense and a couple of also top defensive backs. What can you tell us about some of these guys for the audience at home?
The guys you're talking about there, Ramon Laura and Jane Ramos, they are game wreckers on defense. I can tell you that much. They are complete game wreckers. I was saying there before the hype videos, 2 game-wrecking defensive linemen in Ramon Laura and Jaden Ramos. Ramos has 9.5 sacks on the season, and Laura has 7.5. If they get in the backfield, they're going to make it miserable. They're going to make it miserable for Caney Creek. So now here come both teams out of their tunnels. The defensive line, not the only strength of Conroe on their defenses. They have a very good secondary with Oregon commit Dorian Brew and Mark Jones, who at defensive back. Jones, I saw the other day on the social medias, he actually just received a scholarship offer to Texas A&M Commerce. So 2 players with Division I talent in the secondary for Conroe. Be a very interesting game. It's definitely going to come down to the trenches, though. I feel like that's what we talk about every single game because that's what it is. Both teams have heavy rushing attacks, and Conroe, they have that game-wrecking defensive line.
I appreciate that, Wes, as you were alluding to, that both teams did make their way out of their tunnels, and as you can see, Conroe, they're doing their gold and white tonight, and Caney Creek with their red and gold. I love that color combo, the red and gold. It looks very nice on these Panthers that are here hosting tonight at Buddy Moorhead Memorial Stadium. Everybody has made it out of the way of the tunnels. They are about to have the national anthem, and we are just, let's say we're about 5 minutes away from kickoff tonight here at Moorhead Stadium. As you can see that the sun has finally set. Now that we are finally in the later parts of October, it has been getting darker earlier, and we know it's cooling off on the field for these players. You know that having those nice, cool nights, something to look forward to, especially whenever you're in the dog days of summer, doing the 2-a-days, making sure that you are continuously given as much work as you possibly can to get ready for this long, grueling season of high school football. We do see that we are about to have the national anthem, so we will mute ourselves right before, and we will be shortly back for some high school football here at Moorhead Stadium in Conroe, Texas.
Please join me in standing for the colors of Texas in the field.
That was a beautiful rendition of the national anthem from the Caney Creek Choir. We're about to see our team captains make their way to midfield for the kickoff entitlement. And we are just going to be moments away from some high school football here. Friday Night Lights at Moorhead Stadium. Legendary Moorhead Stadium, one of the stadiums that has been in Conroe for a very, very long time. Which, if you have made it to the stadium in a while, I believe that they've had some renovations. As you can see, we have a newer press box that was finished last season at the start of last year, once the season first opened up. Looking down on the sideline, you're going to get to see a couple of the team captains for Caney Creek that are going to make their way to midfield. From my vantage point, I do see that number 99, Owen Manchak, is one of the team captains. Number 58, Isaiah Rivera. Number 6, Daryl Ellis. And I believe number 34, TJ Garza. And on the Conroe side of things, you're going to see number 5, Jalen Mayon. Once they get...
Gentlemen, welcome to tonight's ball game.
I do see Ramon Mora, number 43.
In the middle, Mark Walker as your umpire. Go ahead and shake hands.
Number 49, Caden Kellinares.
Caney Conroe, your visitors. Call it in the air. Conroe won the toss. Has the further option of the second half. Caney Creek will be receiving. Good luck tonight, guys.
There you have it. Caney Creek will be receiving first, as the other captain for Conroe is going to be number 9, Tyler Wise. But yes, Conroe is deferred to the second half, which means Caney Creek will be receiving first. We'll see them on offense for the first time tonight. Referees are at midfield. About to get started. We have 6 referees and 1 head referee, so technically you have 7 on the field tonight that are going to be officiating this game between the Panthers and Tigers. Going to be kicking off for Conroe. It's going to be number 33, Zach Morgan. Back to return for Caney Creek. You're going to see Javante Kuhn, number 6, Daryl Ellis, were your top return guys for Caney Creek. You can hear that the bands are getting involved. It's thundering down there in the stadium. We're officially underway tonight at Moorhead Stadium. It's a returnable kick at the 2 as Kuhn gets himself 20, close to 24 on the return. We're going to wait for the spot from the line judge. I'm going to say he did get a 23-yard return to start things off, and we're going to get to see what script this Caney Creek offense has in store for this Conroe defense. So Coach Heineman, see how well he scripted in preparation this week for the Panthers against the Tigers, as we get to see this offense line themselves up. Still experiencing a little bit of technical difficulties on Wes's mic, trying to get this back underway, and once we do, we will be officially a 2-man team here in the booth. Just going to hear my beautiful pipes at the moment, and it's going to be a handoff. Actually, it's going to be a keeper with that option from DeMarcus Williams. It's just a short gain from.
The field, the runner was down. It'll be a second down.
So it's going to be a 2nd and 6 now after the first run of the game. Trying to see how well this run game. They have themselves a 3-man tandem that they try to continue to feed the running backs to here for Caney Creek. It's Williams with the quick screen on the far sideline. Looks to be a yard gain. And now it's going to be a 3rd and medium following the interception. First pass of the night, first completion. Nice tight coverage there from the Tigers.
Offsides. Defense. Number 10. 5-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
Okay, so the reception is going to be nullified. Did not see the flag on the field, but it's going to be now a 2nd and 1. Have a few issues on the sideline from the line judges. They're trying to get everything lined back up. So it's now 3rd. Actually, no, it's 2nd and 1. Once they get everything squared away from the sideline, they'll have the play clock and game clock resume. The ball is at the Caney Creek 33. Play is now about to resume. It's a 2nd and short. Conroe bringing 4 down linemen. Ramsher goes in motion, as it's going to be intercepted. So Conroe gets a turnover.
The ruling on the field is an interception by Conroe. 1st down.
So it was a strip sack, but the ball comes out with forward motion and is intercepted. That was number 29, Bryant Dukes, on the interception for the turnover. And we're going to get to see the Conroe offense make their way on the field. And Nunley and company are lining up right now in a split back formation. Jamiko Green in the backfield as they decide to keep it, and they throw it over to Mayon as he gets himself a 1st down and then some, and he is in for the score for Conroe. So Jalen Mayon, 26-yard reception, 1 play. Conroe scores right out the gate. Pinning the extra point. Conroe missing one of their personnel. Now they're all lined up for the extra point. Morgan back to kick. He gets set. Play clock at 15. High snap, hold, and the kick is good. So following the interception from Dukes, Conroe takes 1 play with a play action as a dump off over to Mayon, and able to get in for a score for 26 yards, and Conroe strikes first, leading 7-0, just barely 2 minutes into the first quarter.
All right. We will, until we can get these technical difficulties taken care of, we will be flip-flopping headsets. So if you hear a different voice from the last drive, then you'll know what's going on. So now Morgan will be on the kick for Conroe. Conroe with their unorthodox kickoff style. Love to get their guys a running start. It's legal. They love to do it. The bands are playing loud and they're playing proud. So now Morgan's kick is away. It'll bounce. Outside ends Caney Creek. It's going to be a returnable kick. It'll be stopped at about the 15-yard line. As a late flag comes in on the play, we'll have to see what that's about. Very interesting. It was towards the end of the play. Maybe they blew the whistle before he made the tackle. We'll have to see.
Blocking the back, number 7, during the return. Half the distance to goal, first down, Caney Creek.
Be a block in the back for Caney Creek. So now Caney Creek will be backed up to their own 7-yard line, it looks like, or 8-yard line. So that'll be a handoff. It'll get tackled not before getting a good couple of yards, though. Bringing up 2nd down and 8 for Caney Creek. Caney Creek, once again, they've been going to that rushing attack in the few plays that they've done. So now Williams line up in the shotgun pistol formation, running back to his right, 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. Take the snap, it'll be a handoff. Handoff up the middle, and there's a tackle there by one of Conroe's lead tacklers, Ramon Laura, to bring up third down and about 4 yards. Be interesting to see if they just try to go for a quick pass here. If they try to run it up the middle, they ran the ball in good chunks so far on this drive. Good 3-4 yard chunks. So Williams will take the snap. It will be a handoff. But Laura again will stuff him in the backfield. They're going to mark him just at the line of scrimmage as now Caney Creek will punt for the first time tonight. Number 5, Jalen Mayon, lining up at about the Conroe ISD logo to field this punt. Now the punt is away. Mayon will just let it bounce. It'll take a little bit of a Conroe bounce. Be down right at the 45-yard line. Now this Conroe offense will take this Conroe offense very reliant on the run. D'Amico Chunky Green, he's going to look to eclipse the 1,000-yard mark during this game. He already has 909 yards on the season. Now Nunley line up at the pistol. It'll be a handoff to Green, and he'll get swarmed in the backfield. It'll be a loss of about a yard. Correction, gain of a yard. Bring up 2nd down. Second down for the Tigers as Nunley once again lines up at the pistol. Green to his left. And there'll be a false start there. And they'll call that one every time. Looks like it was a little bit of miscommunication there between Nunley and the offensive line. Look at Dejon McCullough on the false
Delay
start.
Game. Offense, defense, 5-yard penalty.
That's interesting. A delay of game penalty on the defense. One of the defensive players must have emulated the snap count. That is the only way that I could think from the situation that we were just in that the defense could have been called for a delay of game. So now Nunley will send Mayon in motion. He'll take the snap. He'll look to throw. He's going to look to throw deep, and he'll find his man. No, he won't. Yeah, it looks like he had the ability to haul it in. Pass intended for Braylon Mills. just out of his breadbasket there, as we can see there on the replay. He got some good separation there. Just unfortunately wasn't able to haul the pass in, as now it'll be 3rd down and 4 for Conroe at the Caney Creek 39-yard line. Nunley lined up in the shotgun, 2 receivers to his right. It'll be a handoff to Green. Green's going to follow some blockers. He's got a little bit of running room. He's at the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. Trying to do a tightrope act. Looks like he may have stepped out of bounds. No, they won't. No, he didn't. He did complete the tightrope act. They're going to call it a touchdown. For the time being, they're going to call it a touchdown. It looks like that will indeed be the call on the field. Touchdown, Tigers. Great play there by Jermico Green, able to follow his blockers and successfully attempt the tightrope act along the sidelines, not stepping out of bounds. As now it'll be Morgan on to kick the extra point. It's now another flag. Let's see what this one is about. Referees are conversing about what the flag is. Looks like there may have been some motion on the line, maybe? I have to see what it is. No signal yet.
Offsides. Defense, number 0. Half the distance. Replay the trap.
It'll be offsides on the defense. Let's move the ball up a yard. Morgan on for the extra point. Cameron Nunley will be the holder. Snap is good, holds up. Kick is up and good. As now with 7 minutes and 35 seconds left in this first quarter, the Conroe Tigers take a 14-0 lead against the Caney Creek Panthers. So you can see once again there on the replay, great job by Jermico Green, able to not step out of bounds. From our angle up here, I thought he stepped out, but in fact he didn't. Just a very good play. That shows why he is an SMU commit. We are getting things situated with these technical difficulties. We once again apologize for them.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can hear you good.
All right. I think
we
we got everything situated. I think we're back on. We got the tandem, we got the dynamic duo back in action here at Moorhead Stadium. We do apologize for a couple of the hiccups that we had earlier in the broadcast, but thank you for bearing with us. And Wes, not bad.
Thank you.
Not bad. Not bad on the call. I do appreciate that, and we'll get this back underway. I see that Conroe's kicking off, so we've seen Conroe extending their lead as we are seeing another kickoff, and it's going to go out of bounds, which will be a penalty. Have been able to keep up with all the penalties tonight. There have been a couple penalties here and there throughout the game, but we've had quite a bit of action already, and it hasn't even been halfway through the first quarter.
Yeah, it's been a lot of scoring action, and it's been through the run game mainly in that short pass on Conroe. That was really the only big passing play or only passing play for either team.
First down, Caney Creek.
As now, ball come out to the 30-yard line after the penalty.
Yeah, I do see that we're going to be having Caney Creek lining up at the 30. This will be their third drive, third possession tonight. And we're going to have Williams in the gun. So you can hand it off over to Darrell Ellis as Ellis gets himself maybe 3 on that run. Quick replay here. Ellis getting the handoff. As you can see, they're playing that offense. I mean, they're playing that option style offense, and there is number 13, Damian Horse, in on the action on the tackle.
Yeah, Horace there, he laid a big old hit on him. He drove him into the dirt like he was an Undertaker right there.
Caney Creek lining up with 3 wide receivers. One goes in motion. And now you're going to be seeing Ramsher in motion in the backfield. I'm sorry that it was Ellis in the backfield. As you find Ellis on the sideline doing his little tiptoe action, getting 2 feet down for the Panthers, getting into Tiger territory now. One of the bigger passes of the game. As you can see, watch this. Little acrobatic catch. Contested, not really truly contested, but just coming down with it. Not even having to, you don't even really have to have both feet in bounds in high school. Get that little toe tap action for Caney Creek. And we do have ourselves a flag. Do see that there is some motion, but you know what? Williams is going to get a free play as he's going to keep it himself, and he gets the first down. That'll be another first down here for the Panthers tonight.
Yeah, that'll be offsides on Conroe, so Caney Creek, they're probably just going to most likely decline it and take the yards that Williams got from that run. That was a good run. Great awareness for him to see that open grass and just take off.
Wide open for him. Plenty of space getting that first down. Something you like to see, especially for Caney Creek. Getting some momentum going after those 2 first possessions, not really getting any movement downfield, and now starting to get in Tiger territory.
That penalty decline. First down.
Now we're just waiting for play to resume. The chains are about to be moving. As you can see on the replay, excellent vision from Williams as he was able to move downfield. Now it'll be 1st and 10 for the Panthers. We're waiting for the head referee to resume play. Lining up with trips on the near side. As Dorian Bennett goes in motion, Williams decides to keep it himself again as he moves up the middle. Someone lost their helm for a sec. We know that once you lose a helmet in play, you're going to have to move to the. You're going to have to go to the sideline and take a play off.
Yeah, and his helmet comes off because of that hard hit that Williams just ran. He just ran straight through him. He said, "The pain train is coming, baby. Woo, woo!"
Pain train is a-coming. Well, there you have DeMarcus Williams getting close to a first down for the Panthers. Senior quarterback for Caney Creek. Number 17 drops back, plenty of time in the pocket. Throwing downfield, wide open, number 3. That was intended for Jamonte Kuhn, junior wide receiver, just short. Looked like he had some separation on the corner. And then just short in the end zone. Could have been 6. But now it's going to be a 3rd and short. What'd you see on that you liked from Caney Creek, Wes?
I like that Caney Creek's taking shots downfield. We talked about during the pregame how they are a more run-based offense, but they're also showing that they're not afraid to take shots down the field in the passing game. They are confident in their quarterback to throw the ball.
Williams waiting for the play. Bennett goes in motion. There's going to be a flag at the end of the play. I think it might have been a delay of game from Caney Creek.
Timeout.
But they were able to get the timeout in time, so they do not have to get penalized with those 5 yards. It'll still be a 3rd and 2. All right, Big Wes, we're looking at it. Caney Creek trying to keep this drive alive. All they need is 2 yards. Looked like they were going to try to hand it off to Ellis, who was in motion at the moment.
I think that's probably what they're going to come back out and do, because they've actually been moving the ball surprisingly well this drive, starting at their own 30-yard line, having that big pass play, and now they're at the Conroe 30. So, I mean, don't want to jinx them here, but they do have a good chance of this first down. They have a good chance at points on this drive, which against this Conroe team, you got to take what you can get.
Very much so. And out of the last couple of seasons, getting to see a couple of these games that Caney Creek has played, you've seen a lot of changes in this offense. While they still like to run the ball, the fact that they're taking those shots downfield as it's another handoff up the middle. Stop short. They're going to say forward progress was just back at the line of scrimmage. Might be a 4th and 1. And if I'm Caney Creek, I'm just going to go ahead and try to keep it. I'm going to keep your offense on the field and try to get another first down. Yeah, it looks like it's still going to be 4th and short. But you've seen a lot of things happen with this Caney Creek offense that has been able to grow up and change their styles instead of having those basic, like we talked about in the pre-show a little bit, where it had more of looking like what we were talking about, maybe some of the Army, Navy-style offenses, as it's going to be Williams keeping it again. I'm not sure he was able to get there. It looks like it's going to be a turnover on downs for Caney Creek to end this drive, and we're going to see Conroe come back on the field with this different type of field position. This is going to be the first they're going to be back in the game.
I knew it was going to happen as soon as I started talking about it. Commentator's curse strikes again.
Yeah, it's okay.
We should know by this point. That's on me. We should know not to talk about anything like that.
Well, if you want,
you hear the commentator's curse a lot.
If you want to give them your address over the air, you can totally do so, and they can come meet you and write you a very wordy letter if need be. I'm kidding. We're kidding.
I won't give my address, so we'll give my phone number.
No, you will
281
not. No, do not. No.
No.
We're not doing that. No. We're not talking about Mike Jones.
Not yet.
I thought it was Mark Jones on the Conroe side of things.
Mark, Mike, same
Mike,
thing. Potato,
pretty
potato.
close. It's pretty close. But we're just halfway through the first quarter, and obviously we can see that Conroe has a 14-point lead, and Conroe has secured themselves their playoff spot, which, if you're looking at the whole entire seeding of the playoffs at this moment, you have Willis, who is in the top ranks of the entire district, still undefeated, and then right in that second spot, in second place, you have Conroe and the Woodlands tied, but since the Woodlands has more points scored, they're going to have that tiebreaker at the moment. And then it'll be Conroe at third, and surprisingly, Grand Oaks sitting at fourth. It's kind of that little battle between College Park and Grand Oaks at the moment, depending on how everything is going to finish off once the season concludes, because Grand Oaks is still trying to fight for their first playoff berth ever in school history.
And that'll be monumental for them because they are a really young school in general. Only 6 years as a school, and the biggest one of the biggest districts, one of the most competitive districts in the entire state.
Yeah, and I know that 6 years Grand Oaks has been around, but actually competing varsity level football, I think it's been maybe 4 seasons now. And obviously, and I know that we had Christian Nunley, who is now the quarterback for Conroe, actually transferring over here from Grand Oaks. He was starting as a sophomore. I remember calling some of his games over at Wood Forest whenever Nunley was under center over there before they had some personnel change with head coaching and Nunley actually transferring here into the Conroe area. But the other things going on, just hoping that everybody within the district, for Conroe's sake, try to keep this playoff hopes alive. Obviously, you want to hopefully kind of you want a good seeding until we know the actual UIL seedings once it comes out, once the season concludes, depending on who you're going to play in that first round, because you don't want to get bounced in that first round. I know that that's kind of been the Conroe curse of late. And I know that whenever it comes to the Woodlands, they always find a way they have to play DeSoto and get bounced from DeSoto. But looking at everything, you know that later on down the road, you want Caney Creek to try to get in that playoff hunt. And they're kind of moving in that right direction, changing offensive styles. And with the way that the district continues to substantially grow over time, you're going to see more players come up in the Caney Creek side of things, and you're seeing how much that they've improved over recent seasons.
Yeah, they have been improving. They have been trending in the right direction, especially with this season. They've already had 2 wins so far. They're trying to see if they can't pull out some other ones. You know, a lot of coaches, they talk about trap games almost. We saw it most recently with Alabama and Vanderbilt.
Very much so.
Caney Creek, they want to make a statement that they don't want to be one of the trap games, that if they beat you, it's an upset. They want them beating you to mean something more than, oh, we did something bad.
And if you look at things from previous years, as we still have that official timeout on the field right now, but in recent years, you saw that New Caney, they were a powerhouse in the district. And right now, they are in the very bottom, ranked right with Cleveland. They are right there. And Caney Creek getting that huge win last week over New Caney, who they're kind of in that whole rebuild now in the district. But as you're saying, you know, we are tending to trend in that right direction for Caney Creek. And for the last couple of years, you've seen even Conroe struggle with making some improvements within their seasons. And now look at them turning it around, having a power-style offense, especially like a dominant run game and great defense. And that's what is helping out the Tigers at this moment. And you can see easily all it takes is just some great training off-season and some good coaching that can do wonders for your program.
Coaches always like to say, games are won in the off-season.
Very much so.
Whoever trains more, whoever puts in more effort, whoever puts in more time, that's who's going to win the head-to-head game. That's who's going to win the head-to-head matchup. And speaking of New Caney, they are actually on our sister channel over at CISD Athletics, Wood Forest Bank Stadium. They are playing the Woodlands right now. And the current score, I believe, is Woodlands 21, New Caney 0.
I think it might be the Woodlands homecoming just south of us here. But yeah, you could see if you were to switch over and listen to that broadcast, you could see at the moment right now, New Caney, they're being shut out by the Woodlands. And one of those things that you had a specific player, I can't remember him off the top of my head, but he was committed to Michigan State, and I believe he is now, let me try to pull this information up real quick. Forgive us for that quick moment of dead air. I was trying to recall who that player for New Caney was, because I'm trying to see. I think he might be playing in the SEC now.
Yeah, a lot of D1 talent has just come through this entire district.
Very much so.
On Conroe's side right now, you've got Dorian Brew committed to Oregon and Jermico Green committed to SMU. They also have multiple players on their roster with multiple D1 offers. People like Christian Nunley and Jaden Ramos. Conroe definitely has the talent.
I found it. It was Kendrick Riscano. Kendrick Riscano is now playing for Arizona, so he's not a Sun Devil. He's actually an Arizona Wildcat. It looks like we are about to have the official timeout conclude momentarily, and players are going to get a quick warm-up in since they were taking a massive, long, extended timeout. And we should be resuming play just shortly. We do apologize for the long delay, which is still here in the first quarter right now. But at the moment, we are seeing a lot of the players get warmed back up on the Conroe sideline. We're about to see some players on the Caney Creek sideline start to get loosened back up. And we should be resuming play just shortly here at Moorhead Stadium. Right, we see that players are about to get resumed. They're lining back up. We're going to get to see this Conroe offense take the field, line back up for their third possession of the night. And this is the furthest back they've been starting a drive, Wes.
This has been the furthest back that they have been, but multiple times this season, Conroe has shown that they can drive almost the length of the field.
Well, it looks like there was a fumble right there on the initial snap, and Caney Creek is saying that they got it. They're trying to signal that they got the turnover. We're waiting for the referee.
The ruling on the field of the fumble is recovered by Caney Creek. First down.
So right now we are 1-for-1 on the turnover battle here at Moorhead Stadium. It was right there, Nunley in green. It was going to be an option, but with that play fake, ball came out late, and Caney Creek able to get themselves another turnover.
And this could be a big momentum shift for Caney Creek now. They have the momentum. They are deep in Conroe territory.
Pretty much where they were right at the turnover on downs.
So it's almost an eye for an eye.
Eye for an eye. Now Williams back under a lot of pressure as he gets sacked in the backfield, trying to do a little bit of dancing around. That was Jaden Ramos in the mix. There is a late flag. Might be some unsportsmanlike excessive celebrating after the sack.
That is what it looks like it's going to be on Ramos.
Dead ball. Unsportsmanlike. Number 10, Conroe. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
That's one of those things that you cannot do when you are on the defense. It's all about good sportsmanship. We understand that Ramos is leading the Conroe Tigers with now 10 sacks on the season, which is an amazing feat to accomplish, especially with such a short with as short as a season can be. But you can't make those types of things, especially after a big sack, as now it's a handoff over to Ellis as he tries to turn the corner. Gets himself maybe 4 on that run.
Yeah, and on that sack, on that previous play, so we'll see the replay of this run. Great job by the offensive line, by the pullers, able to get out there and block. But on that previous play, that shows just how much of a game wrecker that Conroe defensive line can be. There was 3 of them in the backfield on the sack there.
And Conroe able to bring plenty of pressure as Williams is in the gun. Looks like we're going to have ourselves another free play for Caney Creek as Williams was throwing near the seams in the middle of the field. It looked like his intended target was Jamonte Kuhn, just overthrew him, but that's going to be another free play as Conroe was offsides.
Number 10, defense, 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
This is very uncharacteristic of this Conroe defense. This Conroe team as a whole, usually a very disciplined team. Already 2 offsides penalties in this game.
And Williams, with that hard count that he has, his cadence is getting these Tigers off balance. Now it's a 2nd and short. Panthers are officially in the red zone. Williams is going to go ahead and keep it himself as he gets himself the first down before progress. The ball comes out at the end. They aren't going to signal that he was down. Now there was a fumble that is recovered from Caney Creek. You went in the right direction, then coughed up in the wrong direction. Now it's going to be a 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5. Wouldn't be surprised to see if they go to the quick passes that they've gone to earlier in this game on these 3rd down situations. It's really these 3rd down and mediums that keep the defense on their toes where they can run or pass.
I'm seeing Kuhn in the slot as they go. Well, it was either going to be Kuhn or Jeremiah Thomas. But is now an incomplete pass for Caney Creek, with it being a 4th. Now there's a late flag.
Dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct. Number 6, Caney Creek. That's his first. The second to cause ejection.
In that unsportsmanlike conduct, they deemed it worthy to count towards an ejection, almost.
Yeah, those are the kind of things that you don't want to do. This is where having that strong head, that discipline coming into everything, that you cannot end up getting these yards that will cost your team, especially whenever you were in very good field goal range. And now Caney Creek's going to take another timeout where this could potentially be a very long field goal attempt if that's what they were lining up to do. Have not seen Juan Perez really kick anything this season to see how deep his range actually is. It looks like they might be switching up and having the punt team come out instead. Well, no, looks like they're keeping their offense on the field. They're lining back up. Actually, nope, they are bringing the punt team out. They called the timeout to go ahead and make the change. So Moises Vega, number 69, Moises Vega, back to punt. Little unorthodox seeing an offensive defensive lineman as your punter. But if you have the leg and you have the power and distance, why not?
You'd love to see it. Those big boys back there kicking and punting. Reminds you almost of a Lou Groza or a Tom Dempsey.
Because you know that we never get a chance to actually have any chance of holding the ball.
Right, and they've got big, strong legs.
Exactly. Little bobbled snap. Still gets some height on it. And it's going to be inside the 20. They're going to say that the punt went out of bounds near the 16. So with the low snap, didn't give Vega enough time to get set and kick, but was able to get the punt off. And we're going to see Conroe take over with their 4th possession of the night. Deep. Actually, now this is the furthest they've been, starting at their own 16.
And Conroe, I'd expect them to get the run game, to try to get the run game going here on this drive. Throw in some of their read options or run pass options that they have.
Nunley gets a snap as he gives it to Mayon. Mayon dancing in between. Finally gets tackled for a short gain. Maybe he gets back to the line. No, that was a loss of 1. It was dancing plenty in the backfield. As it'll be a 2nd down now. We are just 3 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. It's been one of those long first quarters here. As Nunley hands it off to Green as he runs to the far side, trying to turn that corner, gets stopped behind the line of scrimmage, makes it just right back to the line. Caney Creek's bringing plenty of men to try to go after Green.
And this is what I was talking about at the beginning of the pregame. If they can stop the run, they stop Conroe's biggest offensive weapon.
Green already rushed for a 39-yard touchdown tonight. He just needs 60 more yards, and he will actually eclipse 1,000 yards rushing on the season. But there is Nunley with the pass as he does connect with Zachary Allen, who's still running, still churning, as he's finally tackled at midfield. Big first down there for the Tigers. As you can see the replay, the bootleg throwing downfield, wide open. And then Allen moving back up the middle of the field as he gets him into Caney Creek territory.
We saw Nunley roll out on that play. Looked like almost a little bit of a classic scramble drill, able to find his receiver downfield.
Not only with a quick pass to the far side as he connects with Mayon, and Mayon is gone. He's at the 10. He's at the 5. Touchdown, Tigers.
There's that explosive offense that we see from Conroe so often. Those big explosive plays is what they live and breathe by. As we can see it there with that quick pass to Mayon, those plays, they aren't designed to go 50, 40, 50 yards, but with the talent that Conroe has, they end up doing that.
That's going to be Mayon's second touchdown reception of the night. First one was a 26-yarder. Now this is a 48-yarder. The senior's having himself a night here at Moorhead Stadium as Morgan is back to kick, and he remains perfect with the PATs. But let's check this replay. Plenty of time, going to the sideline, able to get plenty of separation, moving, just hugging that sideline, puts on the burners. Mayon, reservations for 6, second time tonight.
Yeah, second time tonight, and as we saw in that replay, as soon as he got the ball, I'm pretty sure everybody, including himself, knew he was gone.
Conroe leading 21-0 in the first quarter, under 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter. It's been all Conroe here at Moorhead Stadium.
It's something very interesting. This is actually technically an away game for Conroe. Even though in our shot you can pretty much see the school, this is a district stadium. It was one of the main reasons why the district allowed for the stadium to be built, is for it to be used by all these different schools, because this is Caney Creek's home stadium.
For the longest I can remember, even whenever I was in school here, before Wood Forest Stadium was even built, they even had Oak Ridge and the Woodlands all rotate along with Caney Creek and Conroe, this stadium alone. Thinking about trying to fit all 4 of those teams as they kick it back off, and it's returnable at the 5, and it looks like Kuhn has himself plenty of space. He gets himself, looks to be maybe a 25-yard return as they're going to start at the 30. But the history of Moorhead Stadium alone, originally hosting, being home teams for Conroe, Oak Ridge, Caney Creek, the Woodlands, and now as the district continues to grow, you have those 4 teams on the south side of the district, Grand Oaks, Oak Ridge, the Woodlands, College Park, all using Woodforce now as their home stadium. Williams with the screen pass. That was over to Brandon Ramsher. Gets himself maybe a first down. We're waiting to see where they spot it. And it looks like he is going to be 3 yards shy of that first down.
It looks like he stepped out of bounds. Yep.
Yeah, right at around the 38-yard line. Good catch by the side judge. Now it will be a second and short for the Panthers. Williams hands it off. Believe that was to Ellis. Ball comes out late, but they're going to say that he was down.
The result of the play is a first down.
That is going to be another first down for Caney Creek. Here comes the replay.
Once again, just a great job by this offensive line. They've run this play many times before already in this game with both the guard and the tackle pulling, and they've been executing it to perfection.
Actually, Brandon Ramsher is the lead back right now for the Panthers, with having 3 different running backs. That stable of backs that the Panthers run through. Got to keep himself on your toes as Williams connects with Kuhn for a nice pass going towards the sideline. Nice little crossing route.
In Conroe, they send a blitz there on that play. Great job by Williams, able to find the quick pass to the outside and get some good yardage.
Panthers now at midfield. less than a minute. We're actually about 15 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. And Williams drops back, looks downfield, has himself a nice little rainbow as he's able to connect with his wide receiver again, Jamonte Kuhn.
That was just a perfect throw, perfect catch, perfect route, perfect everything. As we can see here on the replay, throws a rainbow, as you said, right into the breadbasket, able to get that foot in bounds, also able to complete the catch. Just a great play.
Great vision from Kuhn downfield with the awareness of where the ball was being placed. When you have that type of rapport with your wide receiver, when you're doing those drills throughout the season during practice, making sure that you have that connection, it's going to be another handoff up the middle for Ramsher as he just powers through. And that's going to do it for the first quarter. Conroe leading 21-0 as the Caney Creek Panthers are back in
Everyday care works around
the
your
red
busy
zone.
life. You can text to reschedule, get urgent care by video 24/7, and visit us at locations across the city.
Houston Methodist, leading medicine.
Thank you again to Methodist for being one of our sponsors here through our YouTube stream and a lot of our other sponsors that we do talk about throughout that we had our opening with our main sponsorships from Methodist, from Memorial Herman.
And from Sam Houston State, who has a very good digital media program.
Very much so, the Dan Rather program. And not to mention, they are playing some really good college football this season.
They are. They're 5-2, aren't they?
Something like that. I know that they did lose to one of those Kentucky schools the other day.
I believe they lost to Western Kentucky.
That's it. They have those eyes on the helmets.
Yes, I love the big red helmets.
If you don't know what we're talking about, please do yourself a service. Get online and look up the Western Kentucky mascot and their helmets, just their jerseys in general. It is going to crack you up. Now, Caney Creek back in the red zone. They are 10 yards from pay dirt as they try to give it over to Ramsher yet again as he fights his way just to the 4-yard line. Caney Creek trying to cut down this deficit, trying to get themselves back in this game, trying to strike just 4 yards short of the end zone here at home tonight. As they give it, they continue with the ground and pound. And it looks like they're going to be short of the goal line. That was Ramsher yet again, gets himself 3 more. It is now 3rd and 1. And the Panthers are playing with this tempo to try to make sure that Conroe doesn't make any substitutions as Williams gives it to Ramsher yet again. But the Tigers, nope, they were able to get through, cross the plane. That is a touchdown for the Panthers. Senior running back Brandon Ramsher gets his 3rd rushing touchdown of the season, and Caney Creek is finally on the board.
Yeah, great job there by the offensive line. You know, able to just get through, block the defensive line very well on that run play. In fact, that entire drive, they were moving the ball really well.
Very much so. Here for the extra point. Good snap, good hold, and the kick is good. And we're going to see this quick replay. I know it's just a 1-yard run, but as you can see, Ramsher just fighting and was able to bounce off of one of his blockers, find his way into the end zone. And we are now in the second quarter. We have ourselves pretty much a ball game, a 2-score, like a 2-possession, or not 2-possession, but a 2-score game.
Yeah, and that was a really good run there by Ramsher. You can see he made contact with the defender at the 1-yard line, and he took him into the end zone with him.
And after 5 possessions, Caney Creek finally able to get on the board, trailing 21-7 to the Tigers, and Tigers are about to receive. Wes, you ready?
I think I'm ready.
Let's do this. Caney Creek lining up. We're actually going to see them kick off for the first time now because Conroe will be receiving in the second half since they deferred.
It'll be Mayon and Mills back to receive for Conroe. It'll be Logan Massey on the kick for Caney Creek. So we have a whistle on the field.
There's a little bit of wind out there, not too much. You know, we didn't even check to see what the weather was like on the field at kickoff. A little curious to see what the weather's like right now.
So we had a game clock issue. So now Massey will pooch kick it. He'll be returned by Conroe. He's going to look, try to get some blocks. He makes a man miss. But he'll trip, but the turf monster will get him at about the 42-yard line. And you could tell he is not happy that he let himself get tripped up.
Yeah, that was Elijah Harris on the return. Turf monster's going to get you any way it can. It happened. Nothing to beat yourself up over. Here comes the replay on the pooch kick as he was running to the opposite sideline, and you're going to see it happen right about now. But it was also kind of running into his teammate. I think that was Braylon Mills that was in the mix. I think they probably crossed paths a little bit, and the turf monster got in the way.
So now it'll be Nunley again lining up at the pistol formation. Two receivers to his left, two to his left, one to his right. It'll be a handoff. No, it'll be a quarterback keeper. Nunley's going to try to run. He'll get a little bit of room, and he'll get about 7 yards there on the carry, bringing up 2nd down and 3.
And watching your left tackle, number 60, Fendrick Widman, pull on that play, able to get one of those blocks in the backfield. Got to give those linemen, Frederick Widman.
Nunley will line up with a shotgun, trips left, motions out Green. He's going to look to pass. Swing pass to Green. Green's going to try to break some tackles. He'll break one, and he'll get the 1st down.
Nothing wrong with the check down here. Nunley with the swing pass over to Green. Green did a little dance to see if he could try to make his defender make the first move, able to get the 1st down here for the Tigers. Keep this drive alive.
They're definitely going to try to get the ball into the hands of Green any way they can. As now Nunley will line up with a shotgun, trips right, one receiver to his left. It'll be a handoff to Green. It'll be a keeper, actually. He's got some running room. 30, 25, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Tigers. Cameron Nunley on the scramble for a touchdown.
Nunley getting his first rushing touchdown of the night. I know that he has quite a bit of running this season. I think that is going to be his 5th rushing touchdown of the year.
His 5th rushing touchdown. He's been averaging over 100 yards rushing a game, actually. Very much a dual threat quarterback, as now Morgan will come on to kick. We're going to line up his extra point. Snap is good, holds good, kick is up, and it is good. As now Conroe takes a 28-7 lead with 9 minutes and 51 seconds left in the 2nd quarter.
Here comes the replay. You're going to see right there, great vision from Nunley with the play fake. Decides to keep it and put on the burners, gets at least 5 yard separation from the defenders. Great vision, looking up the field, gets into the end zone for the long rushing touchdown.
And I believe it was me and you who were on the call for his 85-yard scramble against College Park or Grand Oaks?
It was against Grand Oaks a couple weeks ago, 2 weeks ago to be exact. It was something along those lines. It was a nice long run. I knew it was over 70 yards when we called that one last week, or 2 weeks ago. My apologies. But yes, Nunley is very dangerous with his run game. And that's one of those things that Conroe has continued to do, either with Green or Nunley, that tandem that they have with this option style RPO, able to continue to move the ball downfield and keep it nice and secure with that ground game. You get to chew up a lot of clock that way as well.
Morgan will kick off. Kuhn and Ellis will return for Caney Creek. Like you mentioned, there's a little bit of wind here tonight. Not a lot, though. So Morgan's kick is off. It'll be returned. going to try to get some blocks, but he won't be able to get any. He'll be tackled at about the 27-yard line. Decent return there for Caney Creek. So now they're gonna look to try to answer from that big score by Conroe. Conroe, like we've stated before, just has that big explosive offense. Now Caney Creek will take the field.
And with Caney Creek, what they've been doing they've been able to make some good plays downfield. They've taken a couple shots, especially the relationship that Williams has with Kuhn. You saw one of those great rainbow passes just earlier in the game, and just shows you that they're not afraid to take those shots.
Williams will take the snap. It'll be a handoff. Left side is going to try to look for some running room. Won't get very much of it. Still get about 4 yards.
Nothing wrong with what Ramshire has been doing tonight. Caney Creek in general, they're chopping at the bit. They're eating these short yard gains, but able to get first downs, moving downfield. Right now, Ramshire has the call, being the lead back right now.
This will be a handoff to him again up the middle. This time it will be stopped for little to no gain. Looks like they'll give him a yard forward progress.
And seeing Conroe being able to get a lot of pressure on the gaps, trying to stop the run, and just allowing that short gain from the Panthers. Now it's going to be a third, maybe 4, that we can see if they might go to the air or continue to stick with this ground game.
Third down. Williams will line up the shotgun. Running back to his right. 2 receivers to his left. 1 to his right. Send his man in motion. It'll be a jet sweep. He's going to look to try to find some running room, but he won't get very much of it as he'll be smacked down by number 13, Damian Horace,
yeah,
who had that big hit earlier in the game.
And Kuhn was in on the jet sweep, but they did say that he got a first down. Enough of a gain to continue to keep this possession alive for the Panthers. Slowly but surely, they're going to try to find their way downfield. 4 yards at a time, 5 yards at a time. Not a lot of explosive plays, but consistency. That's what will help you out to get you back in this ballgame.
So now Williams will line up in the shotgun. 2 receivers to his left and right. Running back to his left. He'll drop back to pass. Try to find his man, and he will.
And that was number 18, Carson Gavro. I do apologize if I did not pronounce that correctly. Govro. But that was a dart thrown there by Williams. You can see just the arm strength he has, especially on that pass alone.
So now Williams will line up in the shotgun. Trips left formation. Running back to his left. 1 receiver to his right. Take the snap. Will look to pass. He's going to look to throw deep, but nobody's home.
And that just shows the arm strength there from Williams. We were just talking about it on that previous play with the dart throw over to Garvro. He could throw it downfield. Just a little too much mustard on that.
Williams almost reminding me right now of almost a certain Doug Williams, wearing number 17 as a quarterback out there. Has the ability to run. Has the ability to throw the ball too, as he'll take the snap. It'll be a quarterback power to the outside, and it looks like he'll get the first down.
Simple, good run there from Williams, able to get out of bounds, not needing to get extra yards. He was aware of where the sticks were, gets the first down, keeps it alive. Just a little nudge right there on the sideline from the defender. Him just giving a little, hey, I feel you. I feel you knocking.
So now Williams lined up in the shotgun. 2 receivers to his left, 1 to his right, tight end. Take the snap. Look to throw. He won't be able to complete the pass, though.
He was looking for his tight end, William Ward, on that play. A little bit in front of him. Not enough time for Ward to get the full route run. Might have got held up at the line whenever he was initially making his read on that route.
So now it'll bring up 2nd down and 10 for Caney Creek. Same formation, running back to his left. So send this man in motion. Looks like Conroe will jump off sides again. Free play. He's going to look to take a shot, but he won't be able to complete the pass. Once again, showing off that arm strength there. That ball landed at about inside the 5.
Yeah, that was a good 50-yard throw right there.
Bring up 2nd down and 5. The 3rd offside.
Defense, number 45. 5-yard penalty.
I'm telling you, it's that cadence. It's the way that he's getting that hard count and drawing those Tigers off sides.
Been drawing them off sides all night, it seems. Very uncharacteristic of this Conroe team. Now Williams will line up in the shotgun. Running back to his left. Be a quarterback keeper up the middle. He'll try to power his way for a 1st down, and he will. Another flag coming in. Most likely a flag there on the tackle. But there have been flags galore tonight.
Yeah, just reminded me I need to do some laundry whenever I get home.
Personal foul, face mask, defense, 15-yard penalty, automatic 1st down.
Well, we know that these referees can actually call face mask, unlike what we saw last night on Thursday Night Football.
Yeah, let's not get too deep into that.
I know.
Remember, the official is always right.
This is true.
Even if we don't think they are.
I appreciate the officiating here. At least they're getting the calls right.
Williams will take the snap. Be a read option. He'll take it up the middle. Once again, Williams, he's a bruising runner. He's not afraid of contact.
No, he is not at all. In this big frame of this quarterback, you can see some of these close-ups that we're having on the broadcast. You just see how much, like how big he is behind the line of scrimmage. And it's one of those things like you're just surprised of his build and how fast he can move down the field.
Now it'll be whistle.
It's going to be a timeout from the Tigers.
Timeout, Conroe.
So it'll be a timeout from Conroe. Be 2nd down and 4 for this whenever the timeout is over. Caney Creek, they're in the red zone. What do you think what have they been doing? What have they been able to take advantage of to get these big drives?
It's the consistency of them able to rely on this ground and pound. They're taking those shots downfield whenever they need to, but relying on the offensive line. You have to praise the amount of great blocking from this offensive line and the stable of backs that Caney Creek has, that they are able to keep themselves in these games, get them in the red zone. We have seen them turn the ball over a few times. Well, they had the 1 interception early, then they've had 2 punts, and obviously the turnover on downs. But they're not scared at all. If you're scared, you have to go get yourself a dog. But right now, the Panthers, they're playing with a lot of confidence, being back in the red zone yet again, 3rd time tonight.
Now Williams will line up in the shotgun, running back to his right, 2 receivers to his left and right. He'll take the snap. There'll be a handoff this time, and he'll get the 1st down there.
And we have ourselves another late flag.
Ramster on the carry for the 1st down. Have to see what this flag is for. Here's the officials conversing about it.
Do you know the song Yellow by Coldplay?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
And that's what you've been seeing a lot of on the field?
I've been seeing it was all yellow. The head referee and umpires are conversing right now. Make sure they get the call right.
Head ball, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 58, Caney Creek, 15-yard penalty.
That one will be on Caney Creek, setting them back. It could be detrimental to this drive as now they're out of the red zone.
They had one of those flags like that 2 possessions ago, which did push them back when they were also in the red zone, where they ended up having to punt. I think that was on the 4th drive of the night for Caney Creek. You were just 3rd and short. Now you're 3rd in eternity.
Third in the next county over here for Caney Creek.
We're still in Montgomery County.
And yeah.
I see what you were doing there.
Think the first down marker's in about downtown Conroe though, from right here. 3rd down. Williams will drop back to pass, but he'll get sacked behind the line of scrimmage. Ramon Laura got there first for the sack. Another big play by this game-wrecking of a defense from Conroe.
You know, Laura's trying to catch up with Ramos with the amount of sacks. Laura and Ramos leading the Tigers with sacks on the season.
It's now 4th down and 18. 5 minutes left here in the first half. It looks like Caney Creek's going to keep their offense out here.
You're kind of in that little no man's lane. You don't want to punt it. Taking a chance. I know there's not a lot in the playbook for a 4th and 18 play, as they're going to go ahead and take a timeout. I think that's going to be their final timeout of the half.
Timeout, Caney Creek.
Will be their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be interesting if after this timeout they do still keep the offense on the field. See if they'll just take a shot to the end zone.
I wouldn't want to initially try to take that shot towards the end zone. Try to get something towards the sticks. Get the first down. I know that Williams has the cannon of an arm, but the accuracy has been a little off tonight. If you can try and at least get that first down, get yourself back over at that 13, 14-yard line, and just get that fresh set of downs for the Panthers. You have 5 minutes to play with. You can punch it in and make it another 14-point game.
Let's not forget Conroe deferred to the second half, so they will get the ball. Start the second half. They're up 28-7 currently. 4th down and 18.
Looks like it's already halftime south of us over at Wolfforce Bank Stadium. Trying to see the score right now. I know that New Caney still has 0. Not sure what the Woodlands has. I know they do have 35? 35-0. Wow. I see it now.
It's now Williams. Line up in the shotgun. Motion out his man. Another whistle. Looks like this one will be a timeout from Conroe.
Timeout, Conroe.
Very interesting. Now, there's a reason why we aren't coaches, obviously, and why we're up here. But I'm honestly not a huge fan of the idea of this 4th down and 18 going for it here. Surprising for them to keep their offense out on the field.
You're already trailing. You've seen a lot of the big play ability that Conroe has been able to do and succeed with. Nothing wrong with trying to take a chance still this early.
Right, there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, I think that Coach Heineman's trying to show that he has a lot of faith in his players and saying, I know you guys can get downfield. And you having that assurance from a coach and that confidence boost, crazier things could happen. You could potentially throw a screen, and we see it in the NFL. We see it in college all the time. Big 18-yard plays happen. They're very rare, but they still can happen.
Now Williams will line up with the shotgun. Motion his man in. Will drop back to pass. He's going to look to throw, and he'll be picked off by Dorian Brew. He'll get tackled. No, he won't. He's still on his feet at the 30. And he'll be chased out of bounds at about the 35-yard line. Big play there by the Oregon Duck.
the future Oregon Duck, but you could see it was thrown into pretty much triple coverage, and Brew pretty much playing center field, able to get the interception, and haven't really been calling much of Brew's name tonight. A lot of quarterbacks try not to throw in his direction, and Brew getting the interception. And Conroe, we're going to see this offense come back and try to extend this lead even more.
Now Nunley will line up in the shotgun. 3 receivers to his left, 1 was right. Take the snap, will look to pass. Now he's going to look to try to run for it. He's going to get some blocks. He'll get about 2 yards there. Now another late flag again. Looks like a little bit of extracurricular, and another late flag.
We have 3 flags on the field right now. This battle of 105 is looking to be a lot of penalties. I lost track of all the penalties so far tonight while we were having technical difficulties. Can't keep up with everything that has happened, but we have seen quite a bit of penalties tonight.
It's definitely been a very chippy game. No love lost between these two teams.
Dead ball. Unnecessary roughness. Conroe. Dead ball. Unnecessary roughness. Caney Creek, whose penalties all set.
End up being offsetting penalties. So now we'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd down and 8, to be exact. So now the Conroe offense, who lives and dies by the run, it seems, will take the field. Nunley will line up in the shotgun formation. 3 receivers to his right. Green to his left. Be a handoff to Green. He's going to look to try to find some running room, and he will. He's at the 45, the 40, the 30, the 25, the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Tigers, on the big play there by Jermico Green.
Injury on the field.
Big play there. That'll definitely get him over the 1,000-yard mark if he hadn't already.
Yeah, that'll put him over the century mark for tonight, over 100 yards rushing, and now gets him over 1,000 yards rushing on the season with that 2nd rushing touchdown of the night. That puts him now, I believe, at 15 rushing touchdowns on the year, trailing, I believe it is Hughes from Oak Ridge. I think Hughes has a few more rushing touchdowns on the season.
So now will be Morgan on for the extra point. Snap is good, holds good, kick is up, and it is good. And we should be able to shortly see here on the replay. Great job blocking out there by the offensive line and by the receivers. And Green, as soon as he gets in the open space, he can make some things happen. The future SMU Mustang was moving like a NASCAR there.
That looked to be close to a 65-yard run from the senior, from the future Mustang. But yeah, Green having himself a night, already over 100 yards rushing on the ground and eclipsing 1,000 on the season, which is an impressive feat, and continues to show what this Conroe Tiger run game has in store with just, 2 more games left on the year?
We were just saying before that play how Conroe lives and dies by the run, and that definitely just showed it. So now it'll be Morgan on for the extra point, or for the kickoff. My apologies. Been kicking so many extra points tonight, I've just gotten used to saying Morgan an extra point back to back. Conroe with this somewhat unorthodox kickoff formation that they like to do. As Morgan's kick is away. It'll be fielded in return. He's going to look to get some blocks. try to find some open field, but he won't be able to get any. He'll be tackled at about the 21-yard line. Kuhn on the return.
Say he got himself about 10, maybe 11 yards on that return.
Panthers will get the ball at their own 21-yard line after the turn. So now Williams will line up in the shotgun. Running back to his left, two receivers to his left, a tight end and a receiver to his right. He's going to look to pass. Flag down. And it looks like he'll drop the pass. Will they rule it a catch or an incomplete?
I would call this an incomplete pass. He didn't have full possession of it.
Defense number 4, 5-yard penalty, remains first down.
Once again, another offsides penalty by this Conroe defense. Looks like Williams' hard count got him again.
Yeah, I think that film study come Monday morning or Monday is going to be very interesting with a lot of the penalties because, Coach is keeping track of all these penalties tonight.
Now Williams will line up with the shotgun, same formation. Take the snap, it'll be a handoff. He's going to try to dance around. He'll get close to the first down. Looks like they're going to mark him just a yard short, bringing up 2nd down and 1.
Brian Duke's in there on the tackle. But Ellis continuing to fall forward whenever he is getting tackled.
You like to see at Caney Creek, they've been rotating in running backs, keeping their guys fresh. As now Williams will take the snap. It'll be another handoff. Now he's going to try to look for some room to run, and he's going to get a little bit of it. It'll be chased out of bounds at about the 44-yard line. I have to see where they mark him. They're going to mark him about
Ellis dancing himself. Was pushed out of bounds by Dorian Brew.
Be the 47-yard line. My apologies.
Yeah, there's Caney Creek back in the Tiger territory.
Let's just say it's been a long week. Had PSAT testing on Tuesday and then practices all throughout the week. Game yesterday. Safe to say I'm a little exhausted.
Well, we'll get you some caffeine at halftime.
Now Williams, he'll fake the screen and he'll run right up the middle, and he's got some running room. 20, 15, 10, 5. Kiss him goodbye. He's gone. Touchdown, Panthers.
Can't wait to call that replay. Pending the extra point, that is another dynamite run from the senior quarterback. That's going to be, I believe, his 8th rushing touchdown on the season.
It's like it'll be Perez on to kick the extra point. That was good. Everything is good. Kick is good.
That was close to the upright. But here we go. Williams decides to keep it, breaks that one tackle, and you could just see the stride. No one in sight as he crosses the plane for a 48-yard rushing touchdown.
And that was a really good play fake there. They looked like they were going to throw the screen. But Williams, I don't know if that was the design play for him to run it. Either way, able to just break free, as you said, and score that big touchdown.
And having the awareness and that vision, looking upfield, you're making your first read, and then you see that wide open hole, and you instantly think to yourself, I'm going with it. I'm taking it. The reaction time that you have as a player, as an athlete, is remarkable. The dexterity, the reflexes that you have, and that reaction time. Because this is a fast-paced game, and making that split decision, able to decide that I'm going to go ahead and keep it. I see a lane, I'm going to go with it.
That'll be Perez on the kickoff. Kick will be returned by Mayon. He's going to look to try to find some running room. He'll get tackled. Another flag coming in. As he'll be tackled at about the 38-yard line.
That flag came in hot. Like an asteroid.
Through that, you can tell that ref played quarterback before.
During the return, personal foul. Blindside block, number 31, 15 yards from the end of the run. First down, Conroe.
Good Kevin Quintanilla on that blindside block.
Yeah.
Now that'll back up the Tigers to their own 22-yard line, negating the big return.
I'm just curious. I would love to be in the locker room whenever Coach Hartman's going to be talking about these consistent penalties. Does Coach get fired up?
He gets very fired up.
Okay.
We probably won't be able to say what he says to the team in the locker room.
We don't need to go that deep into detail.
So now it'll be a reverse. Nunley throws a block. Mills, he'll run for the first down. What a block by Nunley, putting him in the dirt, saying, I hope this turf is strawberry flavor because you're about to get a face full of it.
Well, here comes the replay as we have ourselves that reverse, and then Nunley. That was more, yeah, that was quite a block from QB1 right there.
We didn't see it on the replay there, but he got another one. Also, as now Nunley will drop back to pass. He's going to look to run now. He'll step out of bounds right about the line of scrimmage. So now bring up 2nd down and 10.
Would you have considered that a pancake block?
It really depends on what you consider a pancake block.
Well,
do we consider a pancake like you're engaged and you drive onto the ground?
Yeah.
Or do they just have to end up on the ground?
I would think it's more of the engaged, so it wasn't fully engaged, driving him to the ground. You don't want your quarterback to be driving a defender into the ground, but I know that everybody wants to get those kinds of hits in when you can.
Now Green bouncing off blockers, and he's got some running room. The 50, the 45, the 35. He'll cut back inside. 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Tigers! Jamiko Green in for his 3rd touchdown of the day, scoring a hat trick. He's able to cut back there, bounce off of his blockers and some tacklers. As now it'll be Morgan on for the extra point. So now we'll line it up. Snap is good, hold is good, kick is up and good. As now Conroe leads 42-14 here with 2 minutes and 52 seconds left in the half.
We lost the replay there. We're about to call back that, I think that was about a 70-yard rushing touchdown from Green.
I can tell you this much, this JROTC, they are going to be gassed and exhausted running across the end zone, running across the field every time that Conroe scores if they're able to keep this up all night.
I'm sure they're well conditioned. I know that I wasn't that well conditioned whenever I was in my high school playing weight. Right, you are. Green, close to, my calculations are correct, he's not too far from 200 yards rushing on the night. So you have the hat trick, and he's close to hitting the 2-century mark.
So now Morgan will be on the kickoff. Kuhn and Ellis to receive. It's always very interesting with Conroe's formation. It looks illegal with their kickoff, with them getting the running start, but they don't cross where the ball is. So it is indeed legal. Very interesting. You don't see more teams doing that. Try to get some people in motion. So now Morgan's kick is away. It'll be returned. Gonna try to look for some blockers. Won't get very many, and it'll be tackled at about the 25-yard line.
And the thing with having that running start that Conroe has with the kickoff, they're able to get in their lanes early, seeing where Morgan's actually kicking and placing the ball, because he's favoring from where he's kicking to the right side of the field. And when you're running a lot of the practices, you know that where he's going to try to have it in at least that small window. And as long as you're keeping in your lane, you're able to make your way downfield. And Caney Creek hasn't been able to make much success with the return. They're getting maybe 10, 15 yards every return that they've had thus far tonight.
Want to point out on that close-up, we got a close-up of one of the Caney Creek linemen's back plate with Gandalf's infamous quote, "You shall not pass," as now Williams will look to throw. He'll find his man, and he'll get about a yard.
It was looking for, he got himself Ellis there on the pass. You know the Lord of the Rings well?
I've seen the movie once. I don't know it very well. Although with me just gaining knowledge from my other nerdy friends, it's kind of been absorbed.
You're referencing Middle-earth.
As now, it'll be a handoff. Won't get very much, if any, yardage.
Nice little scrum there. Ellis on the carry again.
We're now under 2 minutes left in this half. It'll bring up 3rd down and 10 for this Panther offense.
You don't watch the Dark Knight series. You are not as knowledgeable of the Tolkien. Come on, man. You gotta broaden your pop culture knowledge a little bit. Those are high-grossing films.
I make up for it in my video game knowledge.
We're not talking video games. You're referencing movies right now. You just referenced Gandalf.
As now Williams will drop back to pass. He'll look to throw. He won't be able to connect, though.
That was a little high. I think that was for Caleb Marshall, was the intended receiver. Maybe it was, or it was. No, I'm sorry, that was Govero. That 8 and that 0, that kind of bunches when you don't have that accent on the end of it. That's the one thing we were talking about the pregame. We love the color scheme. If there was just a little bit more white on those Caney Creek jerseys to make those numbers pop more.
Now, the Vega on the punt again. Mayon will line up at about the 35-yard line. Kick will take a Caney Creek bounce. It'll roll just to about the 38, or the 37-yard line. The 1st down and 10 for the Tigers with 1 minute and 11 seconds left.
And they're getting the ball back at the start of the second half.
That is correct. We'll have to see what Conroe does if they just want to kneel it and get to the locker room. If they want to try to take some shots downfield, and maybe try to score one more time before they get to halftime.
You can see what happens here with the first initial play. I don't think they're going to try to take a knee here at all with the way that their formation is lined up.
Normally line up in the pistol. Will roll out. With the throw, able to connect? Yes, he will.
Yeah, he was able to connect there with Jalen Mayon. Goes out of bounds, stopping the clock. It's now close to 1:04.
Conroe always aggressive with their play calling no matter what situation they're in, game or clockwise. So now Nunley will line up a shotgun. 3 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. Send his man in motion. Be a play action bootleg. Throw it. Ball will hit the turf.
Well, if Conroe's trying to get some more points in their overall scoring on the season to try to catch up to the Woodlands to try to take that number 2 seed, that's probably why they're continuing to be a little aggressive right now, especially what is Woodlands up right now over They're still at halftime, so it's still 35-0. Yeah, that's the only thing that I can think of what Conroe's trying to do is build up more of their offensive prowess and try to continue to carry that into their upcoming games, especially when they're playing the Woodlands next week.
So they will be playing the Woodlands here at Moorhead Stadium as now Nunley will look to pass. He'll be hit as he throws, and it'll be an incomplete pass. So now we'll bring up 4th down. For the first time, we'll see Conroe's punt team come out on the field.
One of those short 3 and outs, you don't see that often with Conroe. You haven't seen it often tonight at all.
No, we have not. So now it'll be Roberto Garcia to punt for the Tigers.
Should be Ellis back to return for the Panthers.
Garcia's kick is away. He'll take the Conroe bounce to about the 25-yard line. And now the Caney Creek offense will take the field, trailing 14-42 with 49 seconds left. Expect them to take some shots down here to the end zone, or do you think they're just going to try to get it to halftime?
Probably just try to take it to halftime. If you have the opportunity, you see something, take it, but don't want to risk trying to turn the ball over and give Conroe any more momentum going into the half. I would try to run the ball if you are able to get some positive yardage. I wouldn't try to risk trying to take a shot downfield any right now. Not while you're pinned back. Well, you're not pinned back deep in your territory, but
now Williams will line up in the shotgun. 2 receivers to his left and right. Running back to his right. Correction, to his left. We'll send his man in motion. It'll be a jet sweep handoff. And he'll get tackled at about the 32-yard line.
yeah, this should probably be the time where you would let it just go into the half. Well, actually, you're going to need to get one more play off because the play clock is less than the game clock. It's about a second off of each other. This will.
Williams, 3 receivers to his left. Be another handoff. Going to try to look for some open field. He'll get a little bit of it. He'll step out of bounds. Now at this point, do you start taking some shots to the end zone? They're at their 45-yard line.
Williams does have the arm strength that he can make it downfield. Getting here at midfield, close to midfield, wouldn't be surprised if they try to go for a Hail Mary here with 13 seconds left. If anything, try to take one shot if there's plenty of time, because you can see that Conroe doesn't have many people back to defend.
Williams will take the snap, will look to pass, will look to throw deep. Nobody home.
He was overthrowing his tight end, William Ward, down the seams. There's going to be one more play, but there is a flag in the backfield near the quarterback.
Personal foul, roughing the quarterback, number 92. Hit the quarterback in the head, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Roughing the passer on the Tigers. Now Caney Creek will have the ball at the Tiger 42 or the Tiger 40-yard line.
And this shows you that the Tigers aren't scared of Williams' arm strength, that they're not playing deep in coverage, because this is a time where if you're Caney Creek, you're taking another shot downfield.
Now Williams will line up in the shotgun. Some movement on the offensive line.
Number 64 offense, 5-yard penalty, remains first down.
Now we backed up to the Tiger 45-yard line.
It's been a very long first half.
Williams will line up in the shotgun, running back to his left. He'll take the snap. Look to throw. Close to the line of scrimmage. There'll be 1 second left on the clock.
That's the end of the first half.
Or will there? Is now.
Both teams stay on the field. We are not cleared.
They're going to say that there's going to be 1 second left.
I'm going to say that they're telling both teams to stay on the field. It appeared from up here, it appeared that there was 1 second left.
Yeah, I saw whenever the ball hit the turf.
Game clock operator, please put 1 second back on the game clock.
There you go.
Thank you.
They'll put 1 second back on the game clock. Now at this point, it's just Hail Mary.
Very much so. You can hear that the Panther crowd trying to get involved, supporting their team. Where we were thinking there was going to be maybe two plays at most at the 7 second mark. Now it's 1 second left with the penalties.
Williams will look to pass. Throws it, nobody home. Your score at halftime, Conroe 42, Caney Creek 14. As we will mute our mics and step away and let you enjoy this halftime festivities of these two wonderful bands and color guards.
We hope you enjoyed the halftime festivities from both schools, color guards, drill teams, and the band. Both teams are starting to make their way back out from their inflatable tunnels. And we're going to have ourselves a second half of football. Big Wes, what'd you like from the first half?
I liked Conroe's explosive plays because that's basically their bread and butter. The explosive runs by Nunley and Jermico Green. The big pass plays by Mayon, the big screen on over here. I like the fact that they are showing their tempo. They've kept the same tempo, but just the big plays. And then with Caney Creek, I like the fact they're not giving up. In their minds, they are still in this game, and they still have a chance to win it, which there's still an entire half of football left to be played. They're not completely out of it.
No, you're never completely out of it. Until the game clock is 0-0 at the end, that's when you know you're completely out of it. A lot of crazy things have happened in football over the years, and with Williams' dual threat ability, because we've seen the arm strength, while some of these throws aren't right precision, accurate where they need to be, you can see that he has the strength to chuck the ball down the field, and you see his running ability also when you saw that 48-yard touchdown run in the second quarter. As long as if Caney Creek can try and stop this explosive Conroe run, cause a couple 3-and-outs, cause a couple punts, and continue to do what they're doing, chopping at the bit, moving downfield, you can see them put some points on the board.
Perez's kick is away. Be returned by Mills. He's going to look to try to get some blocks. He's going to try to cut up field now. He's at the 30. He's at the 40. He's splitting tacklers. He'll be tackled right about the 45-yard line.
And there you go. Nice initial kickoff return, as you can see on the replay here, from Mills, starting from, I think that was the 13, and following the blockers, getting that stiff arm there on Ellis and able to cut back on the opposite side of the field, finally getting tackled by Ramsher, which you have to give it up to a lot of these Caney Creek players. They are playing offense and defense and even special teams, playing that Ironman football style. So got to give respect to the conditioning that this team has with keeping these players on the field for extended periods of time.
So now Nunley will line up in the split back formation. He'll take the snap. It'll be a play action. He'll look to throw over the middle. He'll find his man. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10. Trying to break some tackles. He'll get tackled inside the 10-yard line.
Found Tyler Wise in the seam in the first play of scrimmage from the Tigers. Easy pass right up the middle, wide open in the middle of the field, and Wise able to get some extra yards after catch and gets the Tigers into the red zone here to start off the second half.
Now Nunley will line up in the pistol formation. 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. Be a quarterback keeper. He'll be met at the line of scrimmage.
Just a pack of Panthers there in the mix. It takes 3 to bring down Nunley. So Cutter Yan, one of the first in there on the tackle. Then you saw Xavier Martinez in the mix as well, showing that this front line of the Caney Creek Panthers are making their way into behind the line of scrimmage.
Second down and 10, Nunley in the pistol. He'll look to throw. Try to find his man. He'll find him, but he won't be able to get into the end zone. Look for Jalen Mayon there on the reception. Ball will be placed about the 3-yard line, 3rd down and goal.
Mayon running with that nice precision route towards the sideline. Little intermediate throw there, and still 3rd. And what are we at? 3rd and 3? 3rd and goal, ball at the 3.
Just need to see what the Tigers do here. Nunley will line up in the shotgun. 2 receivers to his left. It'll be a handoff. He will get tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of about 2 yards. Bring up 4th down and goal, and it looks like the Tigers are going to keep their offense out there on the field. Going to go for it here, deep in Panther territory.
Yeah, Coach Hartman doesn't want to bring out the special teams and kick a field goal while they're still taking some time from the sideline. The play clock is right now at 15 while they're trying to get something going. Makes you wonder, because you're seeing some of the special teams players moving close to the sideline. They might have to just go ahead and burn their first time out here of the half if they're going to go for that field goal.
They will take the timeout.
Maybe the Tigers were just trying to eat up some clock before they had to go ahead and get the special teams out here to get that first kick.
First charge timeout. Have to see what the Tigers do, if they keep the offense out there on the field or if they decide to kick it. Interesting. Their kicker, Morgan, he is not in the huddle. He is over on the sideline still.
Do see Morgan taking some reps, practice kicks without a ball, seeing if he is going to, no. They're going to keep Morgan on the sideline.
Going to keep the offense out here on the field. 4th down and goal at the 5-yard line. At the 6-yard line, correction. Nunley line up at the shotgun. Green to his right. Whistles before the play.
There is no foul on the play. We will redo it.
There's no foul. Premature to whistle. That's what it seems to be. So now it'll still be 4th down and goal. Nunley. Line up in shotgun. Will roll out right. Try to dance, try to find his man, but he won't be able to connect with them. Turnover on downs for the Panthers, as now they will get the ball at their own 6-yard line.
Not sure why you wouldn't have just gone for the points there. You have a good, strong kicker in Zach Morgan. I know that Coach Hartman likes to stay aggressive, which he was doing, keeping his offense on the field. You have the Panthers pinned back here, and you have a strong defense. Potentially cause another punt or even a turnover on downs. See what happens.
Williams will motion his man. Be a jet sweep to the outside. He's going to try to look for some room, but he'll be tripped up. They're going to mark him down at about the 19-yard or about the 14-yard line.
Nice run from the Panthers. That was Kuhn on the carry, making the Panthers not be so pinned back. And that's what these Panthers are going to continue to try to do, work their way downfield.
Williams will line up in the shotgun. 2 receivers to his left. It'll be a handoff to the outside. He's going to try to cut back inside, but there'll be a whole host of Tigers there to meet him. So now they'll bring up 3rd down and 2.
This is one of the first times we see Cayman Graves getting some action out of the backfield. Gets tackled for short loss. They're going to say forward progress. Maybe, what did he say, he lost a yard? Maybe a yard there.
So now Williams line up in the pistol formation. For the first times we've seen it from Caney Creek tonight, he'll motion his man. Be a handoff up the middle. And it looks like he'll get the first down. Be marked down at about the 20-yard line.
That's just that good smash mouth football that the Caney Creek Panthers have been fighting with all night. Getting those short gains, able to convert on 3rd down. Trying to keep that percentage high with the 3rd down conversions as they have fresh life here.
So now Williams will take the snap. A misdirection. Be a handoff, but it'll be tackled in the backfield and they'll be thrown down. Ramos there on the tackle for a loss. Once again, Ramos showing how much of a game wrecker he really is.
Looks like forward progress, they were able to give him just those 2 yards. But yes, being able to continue to fight until the whistle blows, that's what these Tigers continue to do.
Pump fake by Williams. Williams now he's gonna look to run. He'll get some blocks. He'll be chased out of bounds at about the 31-yard line.
I think they're going to go ahead and give him another first down here. Yeah, they're giving the first down.
It appeared that he earned the first down there. Another first down for the Panthers.
Williams showing that he can continue to do it with his legs.
Williams in the shotgun, running back to his right. And their misdirection will be a keeper this time. And he'll be stood up. Once again, great ability by the Tigers to just swarm on the ball carrier.
Very much so with that swarm. Being able to see at least 3 Tigers on a lot of these loss or even these big stops that they're making, trying to stop the run from the Panthers right now. Just bottling them up.
So now Williams, line up in the shotgun, will take the snap. He's going to look to pass. He'll throw. Pass will be incomplete.
Mark Jones, good coverage. Who? Mark Jones.
The one and only, you can't clone him.
Good coverage from Mr. Jones.
So now it'll be 3rd down and 11. Williams. Once again, will line up in the shotgun. Running back to his left, 2 receivers to his left, a receiver and a tight end to his right. Motion his man over. Take the snap, now he's going to look to throw. But he'll be swarmed down in the backfield and taken down for a sack. Another big play by this Tiger defense.
I believe it was Ramon Lara there in the mix, continuing to add stats to his sacks.
Laura and Ramos really ruling over the line of scrimmage. You could say they're almost like Tiger Kings out there.
I like that.
As now will be Vega on the punt. Be Mayon at about 42. It'll be a good kick. Mayon will return it. Going to try to make some men miss. He'll be tackled about the 39-yard line.
That was nice lanes run there by the Panthers, able to make Mayon second guess where he was going to go. Not having a big return there for the Tigers, as they are going to start with nice field position in their own territory.
Tigers have been able to force Caney Creek to punt a lot. We've been calling Vega's name a lot and saying it so much, I'm thinking to myself, where's Blanca? Where's M. Bison? Where are the rest of them?
I'm more of a Colonel Guile man myself.
As now Cameron Nunley in the backfield now. Swing pass intended for Mayon. Being complete. New quarterback in the game for Conroe will be Cameron Nunley, Christian's younger brother. So now we'll probably see some more fresh faces for this Conroe team.
Yeah, I think for the sake of injury's sake, you don't want to keep D'Amico Green or Christian Nunley in the game this late.
That's now Bummel with the snap. He'll be tackled at about the 25-yard line.
When you get your backup quarterback in, doesn't have that natural rapport with the center. Maybe off cadence, a little miscommunication there.
It's a new center also, Ross Davis in the game. As opposed to the starting center, Quavion Swapsy. Now Nunley will line up in the split back formation. He'll look to throw. They'll be sacked for a loss. Big play there by the Caney Creek defense.
Yeah, it was Xavier Martinez able to just come through off the edge, getting in the backfield, bringing down Nunley. And that's the type of game changer, type of speed you have there coming off the edge that you need in pinning these Tigers back deep, where the Panthers are right at midfield ready to return and see if they can get something going on offense to narrow this deficit.
So now it'll be 4th and ever long. As Garcia will punt. Punt is away. Be returned by Caney Creek. And he'll get swarmed and tackled at about the 47-yard line is where they're going to mark him down.
Conroe on the return didn't get much of anything there. It's a nice punt from the Tigers. Conroe had maybe 7 yards on the return. Get to see this Panther offense make their way back on the field. Hearing some Little Nas X from the band right now.
They're in full effect playing their stand trash. As Williams will line up in the shotgun, he'll motion his man out. Now he'll fake it, and he's going to try to run for it. Going to try to cut back, but he'll slip and fall at about the 39-yard line.
Looks like he got bit by the turf monster there.
2 tackles on the day for the turf monster there.
Just padding stats. That's all he needs to do. Pad those stats.
Stat padding. He's getting ready for Halloween. That's whenever he becomes a real monster.
The turf monster is always undefeated.
Be a handoff now. Running back will get tackled, but not before he gets about 2 yards on the carry.
So Ramsher was there in on the run. Ramsher's going to be the lead back this series for the Panthers, and yeah, just getting bottled up. Plenty of Tigers able to plug those holes for the short gain.
Williams will line up in the shotgun, running back to his left, 3 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. Conroe showing blitz, and they will. As now Williams is able to make a man miss. He's going to try to run for the first down, and he'll get it. Look at the first down and more there. Another good run from Williams, who has proven himself to be a real dual-threat quarterback today.
Very much so. That was a nice spin move. He hit, what is it, the circle?
That's what it did look like he did.
He hit the circle button right there.
Almost like something out of Madden. Only Madden was that good. As now Williams will take the snap. He'll look to throw. Ball will be deflected in the air and then complete. Bring up 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, looking for Kuhn yet again. Pass getting deflected. Shows you that Williams is not scared at all to throw in Kuhn's direction with a lot of these defenders near.
Williams will throw the quick screen pass. He'll get tackled for a short gain. As now we got some extracurricular, it seems. Ball will be placed at the 25-yard line.
Not as many flags as we had in the first half, but you have to give it to, I think that was Kuhn on the reception, getting that little start and stop, quick little juke action. I guess you were hitting that right stick right there.
So now will be a run. Trying to get the first down. Get awfully close to it.
Yeah, Ramsher's just showing he's a good downhill runner, able to get another first down for these Panthers.
They will get the first down at the 19-yard line. Panthers in the red zone. Now Williams will line up. Take the snap, look to throw. He's going to throw it deep to the end zone. Incomplete. Incomplete pass. It looks like he had it there for a second. Good coverage though by Kanye Smith.
Yeah, Kanye Smith was able to get his hand right into Kuhn's action. It was a nice throw, good touch from Williams. Just wasn't able to have those strong hands to keep possession of it, where Smith was able to break it up.
Now Williams lined up in the shotgun, running back to his right, receiver to his right. It'll be a handoff. Handoff to Ramsher, and he will go into the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers. Ramsher scores.
That's going to be his second rushing touchdown of the night. It's a nice run from Ramsher. That gives him 4 rushing touchdowns on the season now.
So now it'll be Perez on to kick the extra point. Snap is good, holds good, kick is up and good.
But we have ourselves a flag.
False start, number 58 offense. 5-yard penalty. Replay the try.
Be a false start. So now that'll back up the ball to about the 8-yard line. Perez on for the kick still. Snap is good, holds good, kick is up, and it is good.
Here comes the replay action from the run. You know, Ramsher, he can move it up, down, left, right. He can switch it up like Nintendo. If you see right here, he's able to protect the ball and run downhill and able to get into the end zone. What are you chuckling for over there?
I see what you did there.
What are you talking about?
See what you did there.
What did I do?
Switch it up like Nintendo.
Switch it up like Nintendo. Move it up, down, left, right. Switch it up like Nintendo.
Nintendo is a great franchise like a Houston Rocket.
Well, it's a 3-score game here. Tigers, they are leading by 21. Have to give it up to these Caney Creek Panthers. Still have that no-quit attitude in them.
So now it'll be Massey on for the kickoff for the Panthers. Mills and May on to return. The kick is away. It'll be a pooch kick. No return there. Fair catch. Cut about the 21-yard line.
Yeah, Wise was able to signal for the fair catch. He had one of those nice receptions earlier in this half, especially just running that nice seam route. No one on him. Got the Tigers into the red zone. Unfortunately, they had the turnover on downs.
So now it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Tigers. Nunley will line up in the pistol formation. 1 receiver to his right, 2 to his left. Be a handoff up the middle. He'll get about 4 yards there on the carry. It'll be Jacorian Gillespie on the carry.
Yeah, Jacorian Gillespie, senior running back, getting some touches late in the game. And the Tigers are just going to go ahead and let this expire.
That's the end of the
Move
third
on down
quarter.
to the opposite side of the field. And now that's 3 quarters of football, Wes.
3 quarters of football done. And your score currently Conroe 42, Caney Creek 21. Still got an entire quarter left of football. Anything can happen. So it'll be 2nd down and 6 for the Tigers. Caney Creek's already sending out their defense. Tigers look to be about ready to send out their offense. Nunley. 3 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. Line up in shotgun formation, running back to his left. Will send his man in motion. Send him in motion again. Take the snap. Look to throw on the quick out. So now he will get the 1st down.
Yeah, Elijah Harris on the reception with the swing pass had great acceleration out of the backfield and able to get that 1st down there for the Tigers.
So now 1st down at the 35-yard line. Nunley line up in the pistol formation. Take the snap. It'll be a handoff. Won't get very far. He'll get about, looks like they're going to give him 1.5, 2 yards.
This Caney Creek defense still showing no quit. They're trying to get this Conroe Tiger offense off the field as quickly as possible to try and get back and see if they can put more points on the board.
They do not want to give up. He's now Nunley line up in the pistol, send his man in motion. He'll look to throw. Now he's going to look to run, and he'll slide. He'll be marked down at about the 40-yard line, bringing up 2nd down and 6.
And Nunley able to see the pocket collapse around him, able to move up, and he was getting out of harm's way. You thought that he was about to get sacked. Instead, no, he's going to show you that he can even be slippery and get through that line and get some positive yards.
So now, Nunley, 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. Line up in the pistol formation. Take the snap. Be a handoff now. And they'll go tackle behind the line of scrimmage. So now I'll bring up 4th down. And the punt team will be sent out for Conroe.
And that's one of those things that on the Caney Creek sideline, they're proud of this defense making another big stop, trying to give their offense another chance to put some points on the board. They have 9 minutes, pretty much 9.5 minutes to work with, trying to get themselves back in this game here.
Kick is away. We'll take a Conroe bounce at about, but it'll roll out of bounds at about the 21-yard line.
Caney Creek has 9 minutes, 26 seconds to work their way back down the field. 79 yards to the end zone. Able to get a touchdown off of the previous possession with the Ramshore touchdown run.
With the ball being placed at the 21, Caney Creek fans are wondering if their offense can do something for them. So now it'll be Williams, line up in the shotgun. Graves to his right. Take the snap, will look to throw. Now look to run, now throw it back again. But it'll be down. Looks like his knee touched about the 19-yard line is where they're going to mark him.
Yeah, he was looking for Dorian Bennett, who got the reception. It was unfortunate that his knees were down as he was catching it. If I was Bennett, I would have let that just go incomplete so he would have had that loss of yards.
Yeah, it looks like he was just trying to reach back because he had some blockers down the field. But now Williams Shotgun again. 3 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. Take the snap. We'll look to throw. Conroe sent a blitz. He's going to look to throw it deep. And the pass is caught. Big play there by number 12.
Jeremiah Thomas.
Jeremiah Thomas there on the big reception.
On the contested catch. Look here. Williams, we've said it all night. Has the arm strength. Can get it downfield. Contested catch. And the Panthers have something cooking here.
So now, run up the middle for about 5 yards. So bring up 2nd down and 5. Panthers.
Yeah, if I was the Panthers here, I want to try to play a little bit more up-tempo. You're down 3 scores. If you can get in the end zone with a little bit of a 2-minute drill, maybe go for an onside or have faith in your defense to get another turnover.
It's going to be a keeper for Williams up the middle, and he'll get the 1st down.
There's Williams carrying the team on his back tonight, doing it with his legs, doing it with his arm. Getting another fresh set of downs, breathe new life for these Panthers.
Be 1st down and 10. Conroe showing blitz. Not anymore, as now Williams is lined up in the pistol formation. Take the snap. Conroe will send a blitz. He's going to look to throw. The receiver won't be able to haul it in. Just a little bit high there for his intended receiver, number 3, which is Kuhn.
Yeah, Jamonte Kuhn was the intended receiver. As you said, it was high. Nice route ran by Kuhn. Just too much zip there from Williams.
So now it'll be 2nd down and 10. Caney Creek, their offense has been able to get the ball moving so far. Had to see that continues. So now Williams will send this man in motion. It'll be a jet sweep. He's got some running room. He's at the 15, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Caney Creek. And just like that, it is a 2-score ball game here with 6 minutes and 55 seconds left in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, Kuhn off the jet sweep, able to follow his blockers, able to get through a lane. We're going to see that replay following the extra point. But Caney Creek showing that no quit, having that grit here tonight at Moorhead Stadium.
Caney Creek, they're saying, don't call it a comeback. They've been here for years. So now the snap is good, hold is good, kick is up and good. Another penalty flag. It looked like Conroe jumped off sides there.
Here comes the replay. The jet sweep from Kuhn. Wide open hole. Great block there by Graves. And the fact that he was able to get to the sideline,
defense,
get into the end zone. And we have ourselves a ball game here with 6:55 left in the 4th quarter.
Caney Creek, they're going to show that if they go down, they're going to go down swinging.
It's that grit, man. It's that Caney Creek attitude that they have. You know, it's a bit of a rivalry here between Conroe and Caney Creek, the Battle of 105.
Sometimes it feels like this entire district is just one big rivalry.
You build all these relationships between all these schools throughout the years. Yeah, I think one of the oldest rivalries, you could say, Conroe and the Woodlands. But with Caney Creek moving up here, you're taking, it's whose house is this tonight? Right now, it's Conroe's house, but Caney Creek showing, hey, we live here too. And we're trying to show that we have our own welcome mat.
So now be Massey on the kick, on the kickoff. Gonna be surprised if we maybe think it's a little bit too early for onside.
With this much time left, I would go for the onside. Conroe's looking like they're going to go for it, but we have ourselves a timeout. With Conroe changing things up and
Caney Creek.
with the way that they were lining up.
30-second timeout.
And Caney Creek, they've been aggressive. They're going to they're telling Conroe right now that they're going to do things my way. And it's going to be my way or the highway.
Very much so. But with the way that Caney Creek did line up for that kickoff, it didn't have that look of a potential onside. Even though that Conroe was easing up, they had no one past the 25-yard line. They were expecting either some form of a squib kick, maybe an onside. But as you can see, Conroe's now lining up. There's only one lone man near the 30. That's it.
That's actually Cameron Nunley back there. Or
Right,
Christian
you are.
Nunley.
Yeah, quarterback Christian Nunley back in the return game.
It's now Massey. It will indeed be a onside kick, but it looks like Conroe recovers. D'Amico Green there on the recovery.
Good return there by Green, able to fall on it. Make sure that this Conroe offense comes back out, but I think they're bringing their first stringers back potentially. I see Green in the huddle over there with back-to-back. You had the turnover on downs, and then you had the punt. And now that Caney Creek showing a little signs of life here, they want to get the first stringers back out to make sure that, okay, we're going to need to put some points back on the board.
Nunley line up with a split back. Be a handoff to Green. And they'll be tackled at about the, let's see, it's going to be tackled right about the line of scrimmage.
And this Caney Creek defense knows that they're going to continue to try to keep up with this run game, and they're going to send any and everybody near Nunley and Green. They want that ball back. They're hungry. They're going to be feasting just shortly.
It's now Nunley lined up in the shotgun. He's going to roll out. He's going to look to pass. He's going to look to throw it deep down the field for Mills, but he won't be able to connect with him. He had him wide open.
Yeah, Mills with the looked like he had a slight stop with his route to get the defender changing everything up on him.
And now all of a sudden, this is a huge third down here for Caney Creek. So they can get the stop here. They've been moving the ball this second half. Conroe hasn't scored once.
Well, they brought in the second stringers, and now they had to bring back their starters to try to get something going.
Now Nunley will look to pass. And now Wise steps out of bounds. As now the punt team comes on. Caney Creek, they've got a shot now.
It's that grit, man.
It's the
No
grit,
quit.
the determination.
As you can see, Gavro is back to return. He's lined up, I'd say, at the 22 right now. I don't think that Conroe would try to do a fake here right at midfield.
Garcia's punt is away. And it'll boom out of bounds. We'll have to see where they mark it. He's moving up to the 23-yard line.
Have to give it up to those sideline judges that can spot exactly where it goes out of bounds. Keep an eye on where that shadow is.
So now, here comes Williams in the Caney Creek offense. Two receivers to his right, one to his left in the shotgun.
Looks like Ellis is in the backfield to his.
Take the snap and look to pass. He's going to throw it deep down the field. It'll be an incomplete pass.
there were some extra hands right there. Howard Ruffin was trying to get some form of flag for some pass interference. Referee was letting him play on this one.
Now 2nd down and 10. Williams. 2 receivers and a tight end to his left. 1 receiver to his right. He'll send his man in motion. Jet sweep. He's going to look to try to find some running room. He'll break off the tackle. He'll bring up 2nd down and 6.
Yeah, Kuhn on the jet sweep. Since his helmet came off, I think he's going to have to take play off.
Please reset the play clock to 40 seconds. Thank you. 25. 25. Thank you.
Will be Kuhn as now. Seems like the ref forgot to turn off his field mic.
It's one of those things you hate to not have your best receiver out on the field.
3rd down and 5. Williams will take the snap. It's going to be a quarterback keeper, and he's got some running room. He's at the 40. He's at 45, the 50, the 45. He is gone! Off to the races. Williams, and now it is a 1-score ball game. 5 minutes left in the 4th quarter. What a play!
72-yard house call from DeMarcus Williams.
They have caught Conroe sleeping.
Helmet came off after the play. Please reset the play.
And now the score is 42-34. I cannot believe what I am seeing.
Please reset to 25. The last play was the score. Thank you.
As now Perez on the kick. Snap is good. Hold is bobbled. He's going to try to run. And he gets the 2 points. All Caney Creek needs is a touchdown. 5 minutes left.
Here comes the replay, guys. Let's watch this.
Let's watch this. He takes the
Williams has it. He breaks that one tackle and able to just put on the burners and able to also not let anyone wrap up on him and take it to the house, 72 yards. If it wasn't for negating that shoestring tackle and able to keep his balance, that would have been an easy stop. You know that Conroe defender is beating himself up for not being able to get that initial tackle before he hit the 2nd level.
Yes, he is. And I'm looking over to this special teams huddle for Conroe. It looks like Nunley will still be in the return game. As you can see here on the extra point, the holder just bobbles the snap and he's able to get in. And now all Caney Creek needs is a touchdown and the extra point to take the lead. Conroe will send out their hands team. For Caney Creek, do you go for the onside or do you kick it deep?
Conroe's playing like they're expecting some form of onside. If you have some of your burners on the outside that can get down deep, if you keep it in play, try to turn the ball deep.
And they will kick it deep. The ball will be in play. Nunley will take the kick. He'll be at his 10-yard line. This is going to be a big drive here for this Caney Creek defense. They've been able to stop Conroe all this second half, and now it'll come down to this drive. 5 minutes left. The band's playing loud. 42-36 with 5 minutes left in the 4th quarter. Conroe just hasn't been able to get their offense going in the second half.
Not at all. And you think that with what they started off with, hey, we're bringing in the 6 stringers, we pretty much have this in the bag. And on the opposite side, like Coach Heineman is thinking, no, we're still in this. As you can see, you're only down 6 points now.
Nunley will hand off to Green. Green will try to find some running room. He's got some. He's at the 30. He's at the 40. He's at the 50. He'll be tackled at about the at about the 45-yard line. We'll have to see where they mark him. They're going to mark him at the 48. Big run there by Jermico Green.
That's something that Conroe really needed, that big run by Green, getting tackled at midfield as they're going to go up-tempo here.
So I'll hand off to Green again, and he'll be smoked in the backfield.
That first initial run there caught Caney Creek sleeping. Now they're awake. They know that they are going to try to continue to feed Green, and Caney Creek is being ready for it.
Four minutes and counting left here in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, Caney Creek has 2 timeouts to work with.
Nunley will take the snap. It'll be a handoff to Green again, and he'll get stopped for close to no gain. And now here comes the biggest third down of the entire night.
Conroe looking to get a conversion here. They need 8 yards. And even if you are Conroe and it goes to 4-down territory, they're going to, they're going to go for it.
Oh, yeah. They know that they're
going
to go for it.
They're going to want to keep the ball out of Caney Creek hands.
It's now Nunley lined up in the pistol formation. 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. It'll be a handoff, and he'll be tackled and only get a few yards. Conroe looks like they're going to keep their offense out on the field. Remember, Caney Creek still has some timeouts to work with. And now this is the biggest play of the entire ball game here. Cheerleaders believe that they will win.
As Coach Prime would say, do you believe? These Panthers believe in themselves as they are here. Play clock just at 10 now.
Looks like Conroe's going to try to run as much time off the clock as they can. It's now with 2 minutes and 42 seconds left. You can see the punt team looks to be coming out. The punt team is going to be coming out for Conroe.
Either way.
Very interesting decision.
Either way, if you get stopped on 4th down, you're going to give Caney Creek great field position at midfield. As you can see, Williams has been carrying this team, not to mention Ramsher and Kuhn, all been putting in work tonight, moving the ball downfield. But if you're going to punt it, try to get it as far back as you possibly can. Do not let these Panthers have great field position and let your defense go out there, make a huge stop, try to go home with that dub. But Caney Creek, they're here to say, we're trying to get another W in back-to-back weeks.
Garcia will be back to punt for Conroe. Kick is away. And it'll take a good Conroe bounce to about the 10-yard line. So now Caney Creek needs to go 90 yards, almost the full length of the field. We'll have to see if this high-powered offense, they've been shown to be a high-powered offense here in the second half. We'll have to see what type of sideline adjustments the Conroe defense made.
Well, whatever Coach Hyman said at halftime to his players, they're believing.
Remember, they still have 2 timeouts. Clock has not become a major factor just yet. It's now be a quarterback keeper for Williams, and he'll be stood up in the backfield. They'll give him a yard, though.
Yeah, it looked like that was Alex Coey, and I think it was Ramon Lara in the mix, trying to plug up those holes for that short gain.
Williams will line up in the shotgun again. Clock ticking to almost under 2 minutes now. He'll take the snap. He'll look to throw. He's under pressure. Hit as he throws. Man, wide open. He catches it. And he gets tackled at the 45-yard line. What a huge play for the Panthers.
Jeremiah Thomas, another big reception this half, getting into midfield.
Completely blown coverage by the Conroe defense.
Jeremiah Thomas, midfield.
He'll send his man in motion. It'll be a quarterback keeper up the middle. He'll be stopped. At what point they use one of their timeouts. One timeout remaining.
Timeout, Caney Creek.
Caney Creek, one timeout remaining. 1 minute.
Game clock operator, please put 1:31 back on the game clock. 1:31.
1 minute, 31 seconds.
Thank you.
53 yards to go.
You can see that this Conroe defense is catching on to what Williams has been doing with these options and deciding to keep it and run up the middle. They've stopped him twice with these short runs. Hadn't been able to get any momentum, find a nice hole to get through. You might potentially see a jet sweep here. You might see another handoff to Ellis. You see Kuhn lining up in the slot.
Gonna try to do any runs, try to get out of bounds.
Be aware of where the sideline is.
Williams, send his man in motion. He'll take the snap. He'll look to throw. And he'll be sacked in the backfield.
And that's one of those sacks that you need for Conroe. Jaden Ramos in on the mix. They go up tempo knowing that it is now a 3rd and long.
3rd down and long. Caney Creek needs to get at least to midfield to have a chance for 4th down. Williams, 3 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. He'll take the snap. He'll look to throw. He'll find his man. Oh my goodness! What a catch at the 35-yard line!
There he is again, Jeremiah Thomas. He's making this his game.
1 minute left. Clock will stop for the chains to move. 35-yard line. Williams lined up in the shotgun. 3 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. He'll take the snap. He'll look to throw. Deep. Almost intercepted. Incomplete pass.
Yeah, he was throwing over in Caden Williams' area.
Injury timeout. Offense.
We are going to have ourselves an official timeout here.
Williams is down. Sorry.
Yeah, we have ourselves an official timeout here. So with 40 seconds left in the game, I'm going to see what's going on, but it's going to be an official timeout, so all the players are getting themselves a quick breather. We're going to see what is about to happen.
40 seconds, 35 yards.
Yeah, that throw just recently from Williams when he was looking, I believe it was for Jeremiah Thomas again. This is going to be the Jeremiah Thomas drive. He had the distance, just was getting contested, and that was by number 23, Caden Williams, on the Conroe Tigers sideline. It was right there near the end zone, too. It's going to be, looks like it might be a little bit for this timeout. We might have to see snap from a backup quarterback coming in.
Cutter John.
Cutter John. He's going to be taking some snap, at least one snap. Williams is going to have to sit out this play. Williams will be able to return after this.
Panthers still have 1 timeout left. Conroe has 1 also.
You know that Conroe's going to be expecting a run here. They're going to be bringing everything in the kitchen sink to try to plug up these holes.
We'll have to see what the Caney Creek offense can do as now John. Line up. 3 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. Shotgun formation. Send his man in motion. Jet sweep to the outside. He'll get out of bounds. Picking up good chunks of yardage. Is now at his 3rd down.
Yeah, I think that was Kuhn yet again. You've seen Kuhn a lot with these jet sweeps tonight.
Williams will be back in the game.
Yeah, to set out a play.
3rd down.
Of course, you know they're in 4-down territory.
33 seconds left on the game clock. Williams, he'll look to throw. Now he's going to look to run. Going to try to throw. He'll find his man.
Yeah, they're running to the line. They have a 4th and short.
4th down and short.
And they go ahead and burn that last time.
They're going to burn their last time out.
Yep.
Woo.
Yeah.
Timeout, Caney Creek. That's our final charge timeout of the second half.
17 seconds left.
To go 28 yards.
At what point do you start taking shots to the end zone?
And this is a tough call, because if you could try to get something going towards the sideline, you need to convert here. All you need is 3 yards. Get the conversion. If I'm Conroe, I'm trying to keep as many players near the sideline, but then that leaves the middle of the field open up. There's so many, you know what the defensive coordinator what the defensive coordinator for Conroe is trying to think right now, because it's Coach Patrick Resby. He's trying to think what does he have to do, because if he hugs the sideline, he leaves the middle of the field open. If you try to blitz, you know the Williams can run. So many scenarios that you have going on in your brain right now.
Williams will line up in the pistol formation. Base shotgun. He'll take the snap for the play. Timeout from Conroe. Looks like they're going to run a quarterback power.
Timeout. Please put the game clock at 19 seconds. Thank you.
Yeah, Coach Hardman was able to get that timeout just before the ball snapped. You could easily see that Coach Resby, with his formation with the defense, they saw that they were going to go for that run with Williams, and now they're going to change it up. It makes you wonder, what do you have in store with this offense? Are you going to try to continue to stick with the ground game? You know that you can get those positive yards. You get a sweep, get to the sideline. Do you want to go to the near sideline? You want to go to the far sideline? You got all that open field on the near sideline. As long as you get something, but you can look. Number 4, Dorian Brew, who's going to be lining up near the 20.
Lining up near the 20, as now here comes the Caney Creek offense on the biggest play of the game. Williams. 3 receivers to his left. Will be in the shotgun. He'll take the snap. He's going to roll out. He's going to look to pass. He's going to throw it deep. Incomplete! Conroe will walk away with the win. 13 seconds left on the clock, and all Conroe has to do is take a knee. Wow.
Yeah, Kuhn was the intended target on that pass. It would have, if it had a little bit more on it, that was a full-fledged touchdown, game-winning touchdown from Caney Creek. But unfortunate, just a tad underthrown, and Conroe can wipe the sweat off their brow with being shut out in this second half and taking a knee to get this dub.
They will take a knee, and your final score will be Conroe 42, Caney Creek 36. What do you think now are going to be the key takeaways from this game?
That's the end of the ball game.
Key takeaways from this game: it shows you the amount of grit that this Caney Creek team has, and it'll show you that, oh man, on the Conroe sideline, thinking that you're just going to walk away with the dub in the middle of the second half. I don't know. It's one of those things, but you got to be proud of what this Caney Creek team has done, especially in this second half, being down 14-42, coming back, getting close to almost – you're only down 6 at the end of this.
So now Conroe will improve 7-1 on the year. Caney Creek will fall to 2-6. If you're Caney Creek, there's nothing really to hang your head about.
Not at all.
They know that they went out there and they played their best game.
You scared Conroe that they brought their starters back. That's why you should be so proud of what this team has done tonight.
Just got to always look on the bright side of life.
Monty Python.
Exactly.
As the players are making their exchanges of good sportsmanship at midfield, we're going to give you a couple of in-game highlights to close out our broadcast. We do appreciate you from tuning in, sticking with this. This was quite a long one, especially that first half went very long, but we had an exciting second half that's going to close out Friday Night Lights for us here at Moorhead Stadium here in Conroe, Texas.
Yes, because now it is that time of the broadcast where we must bid you adieu. So goodbye, mwah, and good night, bang. Have a good night, everybody.
I'm Jackson Cochran.
And I'm Big West, Wesley Turner.
We will see you next week, and it'll be Conroe here
against the Woodlands.
At the Woodlands. So be ready for another tough matchup in the district. Good night.
Tomorrow we don't have any